Hello, Cybies. I forgot to, oh, we don't need Distractotron up. I forgot to hit the live button on YouTube, so you guys didn't have as much of a lead-in. Hello! This is going to be a shorter, more mild art stream this week.
Boss Baby 6969 send a super chat. Talk text and co. Hey Kaiser bro, I need some work too. Can you just put me in the background or something?
Hey Kaiser bro, I need some work too. Can you just put me in the background or something? I swear my Inko voice gets more and more autistic, like, the more I do it. I always say, I think he was supposed to be kind of a jerk, but I turned him into an autistic himbo.
Sent a super chat. Dentist tax.
Oh,
was
God.
super anxious the whole time, but now my mouth is very clean.
Oh, good.
Emoji. Sparkles emoji.
I too hate the dentist, but you shiny teeth and you. Very good. I'm going to be drawing Kane in the recycle bin today, because somebody told me I should draw my joke. Or not even my joke, I said, like, the whole scene with Kane in the void in episode 9 would have been so much better if, like, right at the start, we see him peeking out from the recycle bin. It would have fixed so many things. Just like with the rest of the show, episode 9 could have been easily fixed in many places with just very simple changes. And, I'm still plugging away at the Switcheroo pages, and I didn't feel like working on them on stream today.
Alright, tax please.
So there you go. So I'm gonna draw a little Kane art instead today.
Adbalonic111 sent a super chat. Cleaning and tidying today. Thanks for the background noise.
Yeah, I'll be doing that later. I gotta go work in the yard later. The fucking bittersweet is winning against me again this year. It's so hard to get rid of. It always comes back, just like William Afton. Okay, so Kaiser has some amazing art for us today. I guess this is maybe a thumbnail about me or something. It's garbage and here's why. She crossed her arms. What's this? She actually believes this. A red arrow? Epic fail. Terrible artist! I think that's Kaiser in the corner. Kaiser, everyone loves your art. Come on now. He's so insecure, everybody. Make Kaiser feel better. Where's my stream stickers, doc here? It always makes me sign in whenever I open it, too. Of course, here it goes. I just want to get to Kaiser's special sticker, damn it. There we go. There we go. The Cyogenes. Oops. No. Wrong button. You just heard the sound, but not the sticker. There we go. Look at Kaiser's brilliant art, everyone. 6969 send a super chat. I got sunburn tax. My skin crinkles when I breath. Yeah, if I'm gonna work in the yard later, I'm going to have to slather myself in fucking sunscreen. I've got that pale Irish skin that just turns red. It's impossible for me to tan. It never happens. Even if I sunburn, it doesn't turn into a tan. It's awful. So, yes.
At Sawesomeness sent a super chat. You better have a good excuse for interrupting Deltarune Day, Miss Scribbles.
Why? You can still play Deltarune. What, did another chapter come out? You can tell I'm not really that into Deltarune or, Undertale, really. I mean, I like them. I'm just, like, not mega into it. I think I've played the first 2 chapters of Deltarune, but it's been so long. I could probably just play them again sometime. You know? And you guys could make me do voices. So eventually, in time, when I'm in for like another game where I have to voice act a lot. You like your Pink King comic, Lavishly Lavender? Yeah. Oh yes, Pink King is milking the TADC finale as well. My video's doing pretty well though. I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, let's go to my channel right now.
Adelio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like celery?
In fact, yes, I do like celery. It's a good little snack in the summer, especially. So yeah, so my wasted potential, amazing wasted potential video is doing pretty good. It's up to 52K. God damn. I haven't watched Pinky Boy's video on it because he usually just yaps and says nothing. You know, so my music's kind of quiet. And everyone's like, oh, Oh, you changed the thumbnail. I didn't. I had 3 thumbnails competing. One was like the same Kane one, but with a border, so...
Bot sent a super chat. Sorry for being off topic, but I'm so glad Lorchard never made a video on Sonic the Hedgehog. I think she would get so much shit wrong it isn't funny.
Well, this isn't really a topic stream anyway. Sometimes my art streams are just, I draw, we yap. And yes, I need to promote Nerd's video.
3738 sent a super chat. We need side jacks.
We need more side jacks, yeah. So, Nerd of All Trades is a fan in my Discord server. And he wanted to make a big video on TADC after the finale. His is almost up to 100k, look at that. And I was like, listen to me, child. Listen well.
XSL sent a super chat. To help sunburns heal, put on some brown Listerine over it. It'll cool you down and make it heal a bit quicker.
Oh, that's good. I mean, again, I'm just gonna slather myself in sunscreen before I go outside today.
Sent a super chat. Have you ever done art fight? I'm doing it for the first time this year.
No, I never have. I'm such a slow artist. I don't really participate in stuff like that.
Adelaio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like tomatoes?
I do like tomatoes, but I have to cut down on them now because they give me acid reflux. It started with just red sauce, and then it was tomatoes, and now it's any spice. Fucking don't get old, kids. I can't have spice anymore without, like, taking a pill or something so I don't get fucking acid reflux attacks. It's awful. It's terrible. I asked my doctor about it, and she was like, yeah, it's probably just age. You could lose weight, maybe. That might help, but it's probably just age. I'm like, yeah, I thought so. But anyway, back to Nerd. So, Nerd of All Trades, I was like, listen well, child. Get this video on Digital Circus out by the 20th, and it will likely push you over to have enough subscribers and watch time for, monetization.
Frog sent a super chat. Kane Aura attacks.
Bobney, Aura, mama! The Kane voice is just my Inko voice. But yeah, so, I was correct. So he got more than enough watch time and more than enough subs to get monetized now, so it's good.
Sent a super chat. So that's it? A bunch of unfired Chekhov's guns and have fun?
Yeah, that was the best comment on my video. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have the image of it, because I posted it. I posted it. And actually, hang on a second. Oh right, I have fucking streamer mode on, obviously. And of course, I'm not drawing because you guys are distracting me. It's your fault. It's gotta be in the recent images. I sent a lot of images. There's me joking about Disco Elysium. There's me role-playing as Anthe.
Mr. DeBoss Baby 6969 send a super chat. I still can't believe Goose stole Inside the Electric Circus by Wasp from 1986. If it was accurate to the source, it would have been 4% better. Adelaio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like cucumbers?
Well enough. I don't go out of my way to eat them, though. Are you making a salad over there? What's going on? Hey, Billy Donuts! So yeah, this was the funniest fucking comment on the entire video. It's like, Sai, so that's it? A bunch of unfired Chekhov's guns and have fun? Gooseworks. I didn't say have fun. Again, I have nothing against Gooseworks herself. I think she wasn't an experienced enough writer for this project, and it's certainly not her fault that Digital Circus got as big as it did. She could not have anticipated that. I don't think she was ready for it, and she just clearly doesn't enjoy all the attention. So, like I said in my video, I sympathize, but the writing is just kind of bad, you know? And I like plenty of flawed shows. I like Steven Universe, as I say. Steven Universe is incredibly flawed. I do have a lot of criticisms for the writing of Steven Universe, despite what the internet might tell you. But with Steven Universe, I feel like it's greater than the sum of its parts, but Digital Circus just didn't quite make it there, at least for me.
At GordonLemon3738 sent a super chat. As a TADC fan, I agreed with a lot of criticisms in your TADC video.
Yeah, I mean, and it's okay to like flawed shows. I always say, I've liked shows with far worse writing. Once Upon a Time and Gotham. Absolutely dog shit fucking writing. But those shows are fun because they have great sets, great costumes, all the actors have chemistry, you know.
8 sent a super chat. Do you like carrots?
I do. In fact, I love carrot cake. Even when I was a little kid, I would rather have a carrot cake than a sugary cake. You know? Is this nerd Mia or normal Mia? Kaiser, I knew I couldn't get away without a Wani dub. Is that the rhinoceros from, not rhinoceros, the triceratops from, fucking, what's it, Goodbye Volcano High? Or is that me? So, I'm going to assume this is not nerd Mia, because she bullies. Marriage? Bro, I literally bully you. I literally bully you. I'm embarrassed, though. Should I be more tsundere? Marriage? Bro, I literally bully you! Babaka! There you go, you get a few takes this time, Kaiser. You get a few takes this time. I'm a very generous god. Anyway. So, yes, everybody go to Nerd of All Trades. Watch his TADC video, it's very good. It's literally like an hour-long rant. And subscribe to him. Though, I think he's already, I don't know if you got the pop-up for monetization yet, but you should be eligible now, nerd. So, the lesson here is Sai is always right. Obviously. And then, of course, we had a new clip for, Helluva Boss Season 3 today. I kind of wanted to talk about that, too.
At Nerd Off All Trades, 505 sent a super chat. Thanks for the encouragement.
Yay, and thank you for the super chat. It worked out pretty well for you. Now you can make some moolahs.
Adelio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like bell peppers?
Not really. I prefer green peppers. I'd have some green peppers when I make udon. Put them in there. So, let's watch this clip that just released for Helluva Boss Season 3. It's pretty funny. I'm sure the Stolitz haters will hate it, as they hate most things. I wanted Kane to be lifting up a lid, but it doesn't really have a lid on the icon, does it? Fucking Fabio hair on Blitzo. Goddamn.
Fancy seeing you here, Your Highness.
What? Am I not allowed to visit my father's stables once in a while?
Nah, I just figured a pretty little thing like you wouldn't want to get dirty.
You gave him your
Maybe
horse
I'm not
kink,
afraid to get
Blitz.
dirty.
Oh, is that right?
You gave him your horse kink.
Baron? Baron? It's a stupid name. Change that later.
I love that little pause. It's like, oh, yeah, when you're in the middle of writing fan fiction and you're like, oh, that sentence I wrote is really dumb.
If you wanted me to stop, we both know you could stop me, but you want to get filthy, don't you?
And then, don't you hate when your erotic fantasies are interrupted by your trauma? God. He's not delusional, he's just, he's camp. He's very camp.
I don't know how much vomit is too much. Look, she can just take a sick day, all right? But you better
Reference to Millie's pregnancy.
get your ass to work. Toronto box.
Yeah, the reality doesn't quite live up to the fantasy, does it? Does it, Stolas? I don't get why people are so against these two men being completely messy bitches. You know, like all these kids that are like, oh, their relationship is so toxic. It's like, look, they're two messy, traumatized dudes in their 30s. This is just what being an adult is like, kids. Get ready. It'll happen to you. I want a fire horse too.
A super chat, but sigh. Funny rabbit man needed hug.
Oh god, the more I think about the TADC finale, the more it pisses me off. And I was also thinking of having him lifting up papers.
At Nostalgic
Frog,
Nerd
so maybe I'll do
9036 sent a super chat. Are excited for a Code Lyoko Season 5 sigh.
Are they continuing Code Lyoko? I barely watched it back in the day, to be honest. Yeah, everyone keeps saying, oh, we want to see gay representation that isn't just tokenism and isn't just shallow and they're just completely unrealistically nice all the time, and then they can't even handle these two, you know? It's like, come on now. And of course, all over my fucking comments, there are people comparing it to,
sent a super chat. Do you like lettuce?
I do, I love lettuce. Especially, what's that one brand? The baby leaf lettuce brand. I'm trying to remember exactly. Oh yeah, I was talking about Prehistoria too, which is, I guess, Vivzy Pop is doing something for Warner Brothers now? Like, girl, you do too much. You do too much, girl. Yeah, let's look up that real quick too. Might as well, we're just kinda talking about shit today. Let's see, Variety. Adorado and Bad Fairies, Lunar Chronicles, and Cat in the Hat directors delight, with the packed presentation led by President... Okay, so... I guess it's going to be about magical dinosaurs, which sounds like an original idea to me. And I guess it was shown off at the, a recent film festival. So she's directing it. I don't think Spindle Horse is involved in the animation. I really don't know much about it right now, you know? I mean, I'll probably watch it. Oh, it's gonna be a musical. Of course it's gonna be a fucking musical. Feature project described as a fossil fantasy animated musical. I love how now, all of a sudden now, Warner Brothers cares about animation. I wonder what changed, huh? And they approached the woman who has been, like, trailblazing indie animation for years. As much as the haters will deny that she has. We're back at Dinosaur Story! No!
3008 sent a super chat. Do you like mushrooms?
Depends on the kind of mushroom, to be honest.
At Shelby's Crafty Books sent a super chat. WB Animation is also adapting Lunar Chronicles.
I've never heard of Lunar Chronicles, so I don't know.
At Nostalgic Nerd 9036 sent a super chat. Also, Moxie is voiced by Alpha 5 from Power Rangers.
I know, and I'll never forgive him. That character was so annoying. Yes, the We're Back movie is the John Goodman dinosaur movie, yes. Yes, yes. So that's cool, but I love how now, after gutting animation and getting rid of Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers suddenly cares about animation. Yeah, okay. Okay, now you do. When you see animation is actually doing really well. Richard Horvitz is the dude of all time. Hey, I knew, before even Invader Zim, I knew him as Daggett and Angry Beavers, okay? I like normal white mushrooms, but not cooked. And I love grilled portobello mushrooms that are, like, stuffed with, stuffing or meat or something. Those are fucking awesome. Yeah, Warner got rid of Cartoon Network. I mean, network TV is dying as it is. But, I mean, like, personally, I haven't had fucking cable in ages, in, like, 15 years. David Zaslav is getting his golden parachute. He is! I swear he's just he just gutted the company to make money for himself. That's the problem. You have all of these CEOs and executives in entertainment who don't give a shit about entertainment and don't give a shit about art.
Adelio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like sugar snap peas?
I like them when they're like, the dried ones. You ever see those? Those, what is that brand called? Now you're making me hungry. Ah, these duders. No, damn it, I don't want to see Shaw's entire website. Just show me the fucking things. I'm on Target's website
now. At Mr. Boss Baby 6969 send a super chat. I learned mushrooms sucks in Arizona recently.
Oh, like local ones? These guys, these Harvest Snap thingies, these are super fucking good. Delicious. Anyway. I don't know why I'm being asked so much about vegetables today. But thank you for your super chats. Well, so maybe I should do this arm lifting things over his head and the other one gripping the side of the,
At Wolf Titan reading 53 sent a super chat. Do you like Meow Mix?
No, but my cat does. He has like little cups of Meow Mix because it's not really that good for you.
At sent a super chat. Sup, woke up from a nap and now preparing for trip.
Oh, nice, nice. Do I like tofu? Only in miso. Only in miso. Otherwise, I don't like tofu. What? That happened ages ago, guys. Cartoon Network getting shut down? When did that happen? No, I guess it's not shut... AI says it's not shut down as a channel. But then did they close the headquarters?
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Talk tax. Olivia, oh my god, what have I done accidentally on purpose?
Oh my god, what have I done accidentally on purpose?
I guess they shut down the website. Cartoon Network Television Network remains fully active and continues to broadcast. Okay, never mind. They shut down, like, the main building, though, didn't they?
2008 sent a super chat. Do you like green beans?
Kinda. Kinda. I'll eat them. They're not my favorite, though.
At GordonLemon3738 sent a super chat. You don't get it, Warner Brothers want to do animation now cause they can make moolah Benjamins and all the other words for money.
Yeah, it's so weird, though, because, like, they almost fucking got bought by Netflix, which would have been amazing. And Paramount is, like, killing themselves trying to keep Warner Brothers out of Netflix's hands. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy that a legacy media company almost got bought by fucking Netflix. I like this development. I think legacy media needs to die. But I say that almost every week, don't I? That Hollywood needs to burn down to make room for the new growth. I do love that there's a parallel indie film and animation industry now, like eating Hollywood's lunch. I like that a lot. My brother recently sold a script for, like, a movie with, like, maybe a $3 to $4 million budget, and I was like, dude, this whole thing with, like, indie right now is probably why people are, like, looking for shit, you know? Yeah, Ted Turner being, like, Ted Turner was the GOAT. Ted Turner was the fucking GOAT.
2008 sent a super chat. Do you like broccoli?
Yes, but I prefer it steamed. Like, Ted Turner, like, actually respected animation. He was, like, a crazy, eccentric billionaire, but he actually respected animation. There we go. So he's gonna be lifting, like, pieces of paper off of himself, because it's the recycle bin. Who knows what else was deleted? I still need to go see Backrooms. I've been meaning to. I need to go soon, because it's probably gonna be out of theaters soon enough, right? I miss the windows on these things. I went to see TADC in fucking theaters, but not Backrooms. Mostly because I just wanted to avoid spoilers. Like, I'm not, like I've had comments on my video like, oh, imagine calling your... Oh, I can't give him 5 fingers. Derp. Someone was like, imagine calling yourself a TADC fan and ripping apart the show. I was like, I never said I was a fan. I liked it well enough, and I was giving it a chance to actually go somewhere, but right now Kane is my favorite character in the end. Here at the end of all things, Kane is my favorite character, so that's why we're going to draw him coming out of the recycle bin today. You can't stand unseasoned things. It depends on the thing, you know? Some spice will improve anything, though.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Talk tax. I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at unsatisfactory endings.
You can excuse racism?
At Eliofan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like radishes?
Yeah, not really. I prefer beets. I'm not letting you bait me, Kaiser. You just want somebody to clip me out of context. Even though it's a community quote. Garlic can make a lot of things better. When I make tuna casserole, I tend to put garlic in it. But yeah, with TADC, it's just the waste of potential that drives me crazy.
You sent a super chat. Remember, they cancelled a Spider-Verse version of Batman Beyond because they believed it wasn't going to do well. I'm going to watch The Backrooms and Obsession on Friday, if I don't have overtime.
Nice. Yeah, we got robbed! We got robbed of a Spider-Verse style Batman Beyond movie. Batman Beyond was, like, made for that style. You know? I mean, it's kind of like, fucking even Spider-Verse itself was inspired by, like, the extreme angular style of Batman Beyond and, the fucking color use and shit. It would be full circle, man. Like, oh, it's like, these people make terrible decisions, you know? And again, it's because they don't care about entertainment. They don't seem to understand why people like entertainment in the first fucking place. You know, I haven't seen Obsession. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't like horror movies that are just gross. I've heard it's really gross. Like, I like things that are actually scary, not just disgusting. You know, and a lot of horror movies tend to confuse the two. You know, like, oh, we'll just be as gross as possible, and that'll be scary.
2008 sent a super chat. Do you like zucchini?
No, not at all. I don't like a lot of tangy tasting and sharp tasting things.
At Rock Josiah sent a super chat. Ironic, as Terry was made to be a lot like Peter.
What is that in reference to? But yeah, like stuff like the Human Centipede 2 and shit. It's just gross. It's not scary. It's just gross. It's like, ugh, you know, not really my thing. Well, I know about the animal death. I know about that part. Because it's like the scene everybody talks about. Well, I've never seen the Friday the 13th movies, actually. Like, Chucky, Freddy, and Jason were all, like, super poppin' when I was a kid, but my mom wouldn't let us watch those movies, and I just... Oh, Terry McGinnis versus Peter Parker, that's what you mean, yeah. My mother wouldn't let us watch those movies, and I never have. I've never seen a Freddy or a Jason or a Chucky. I just never got around to it. You see, this always happens. People assume I'm some kind of cinephile, and there's just so many movies I just haven't seen. You know? No, I haven't seen a single one of them, ever. I don't really care, to be honest. Well, yeah, I'm sure they're really tame by today's standards, but we're talking about when I was growing up in, like, the early 90s, you know? You would be surprised what was shocking in the 90s.
Adelio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Do you like squash?
Yes, banana nut squash especially. Really like that.
At Sawesomeness sent a super chat. Never seen Jason Takes Manhattan? What a dork.
I've seen that one clip of him kicking the guy's boombox, though. That's really funny. Speaking of TADC and Helluva Boss, I have people in my comment section going like, how can you like Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel and think Digital Circus's writing is bad? It's like, because writing is bad. Like, every season of Hazbin Hotel especially is its own 3-act musical. They're very competently written with narrative purpose, whatever else you think of them.
Nugget 22 sent a super chat. Honestly, you only need to watch Child's Play 1 to 3. The rest is not that great. It delved too much into comedy.
I think that's what happened to all of them eventually. They became more like kiddie comedy movies because kids were watching them. You know, and there's more than one writer. Yeah, I do think the biggest problem with Digital Circus is Goose was the sole writer and probably just could have used other people. Does his arm look too long? I might abridge his arm here. Yeah, and yeah, someone was like, why don't you do a video comparing the two and expressing why you think Hazbin Hotel is well written, but TADC isn't. And it's like, where would you even draw the comparison between the two? Because, like, fucking Hazbin Hotel is a dark comedy hope punk musical that it follows a 3-act structure, musical structure every season, and is following a 5-act structure overall. And TADC is just wacky premise where things sure happen, and then we just have an ending that focuses solely on a single character for no real discernible reason. Like, how... Yeah, just because they're both indie doesn't mean you can directly compare them. If anything, what I'm thinking of doing, either another video or I'll do a stream that I can kind of turn into a video, if you guys don't mind me doing multiple takes, is I would compare TADC most to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the Channel 4 version. I mean, you have colorful children's show-like characters trapped in a colorful children's show world that they can't escape, and how hellish that would actually be. Except, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is way more abstract, and my argument would be that Digital Circus should have been weirder. It gets more and more conventional as it goes on. And again, I really just think that's just a symptom of having an inexperienced solo writer on the project. And I understand that Glitch is like, oh, we wanna respect artists and their vision, but like,
At
this was
Wolf Titan
your
Reading
biggest show.
5308 sent a super chat. Meower attacks Lilith.
Meow-ara, meow-ara. Meow, 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 meow. Something like that. Go watch Father starring Anthony Hopkins. Ooh, that sounds fun. I do like Anthony Hopkins. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Well, you know, we know why they're comparing the two shows, because people want to say, look at Digital Circus being the best indie show. We hate Vivian Madrano. And, like, Viv and fucking Gooseworks know each other. Gooseworks did design work on Helluva Boss and did some of the music, at least, for the Has-Been pilot. So it's like, you know, indie animation is a really small industry, right? Most people know each other. You know? You fucking idiots. Yeah, I don't get the comparison other than they just want to drag Gypsy down.
111 sent a super chat. Why is everyone trying to make indie projects fight each other? Artists aren't competing with other artists. They're competing against themselves.
Well, the thing is, you have all these people who, like, all of their opinions on media derive from culture war shit, or Twitter shit, or hating one artist over another. It's like, you don't actually, like, just watch these things and ascertain their quality based on what you see in the actual show. Because you have so many people like, oh, I hate this show because the fandom does this, this, and that. It's like, well, that has nothing to do with the show itself or the quality of its writing. That's just you getting mad at fans being stupid. Like, this is what we mean by media illiteracy, you know? Matt McCoon over at Twitch says, I think my hottest take for TADC is that I feel like it should have had a dwindling cast with at least 2 abstractions before the finale. Jax in either Ragatha or Gangalus is my take. Yeah, like, so, like, it could have ended more nihilistically, too. Imagine if everybody extracted it's Jax alone. You know? I don't know, everyone keeps saying, oh, but no, Jax is a cautionary tale, you see. And it's like, well, the only way that would really work in my mind is if Jax rejected help one last time and then was consumed by darkness. That's how you make him a cautionary tale. Otherwise, what you've actually written is, all these women around me who I abuse will feel really bad when I kill myself. It's like abuser logic. And it's like, I don't know if you wrote it that way on purpose, or if you're accidentally telling on yourself, or if it's just incompetence. I'll at least give Goose the benefit of the doubt on that one, but it's like, it's really bad. Like, people will say the Helliverse is misogynistic, and then forgive everything about Jax.
305 sent a super chat, but Helliverse bad though. Sigh, I'm talking about this show, TADC, right now. But Viv Z-Pop.
They can't help themselves. Everything has to come back to their hatred, their parasocial hatred of this woman who has done nothing to them other than make 2 successful shows. But a lot of these people, it's just sour grapes. It's just sour grapes. They're like, it should have been me, not her. She doesn't deserve it. It's like, well, you didn't work as fucking hard as she has. to get where she is, so, get good, you know, or accept that you're not gonna be that person, and accept your station and where you are in your artistic journey. Like, I'm pretty happy being a Z-list YouTuber who draws. Like, that's fine with me. Though my friends and I are still working on our project that we're gonna launch eventually. But I'll talk about that more when, yeah, I don't know why they're mad about Prehistoria. Like, at least give it a chance, see what it's gonna be. Even, like, people are like, oh, you're just hating on TADC to, like, for this or that reason. It's like, I was willing to give Digital Circus a chance to, like, do something in episode 9 that would just make the whole show make sense and all tie together and all fall into place perfectly, but it didn't happen. You just have to accept that it's just not very well written. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm working on a project with some of my friends who most people don't know on my YouTube channel, but except, like, maybe Skrill. Which is probably for the best, because parasocial retards online would probably go after them. Because they don't understand that I have friends outside of the people they see me interact with.
Baby 6969 send a super chat. I wish Kinger smacked Jax with a chancla.
Or his belt. We were joking about that. Him just turning into, like, Granddad from the Boondocks. Just give him a good... Let's give him a good beating that will set him straight. But yeah, it's like, again, the whole ending is surrounds this one man who just abuses every woman he meets, may have killed his mother, like, bullied his girlfriend into suicide, and we're supposed to feel bad for him? And you can't even deny that that's the conclusion, because everybody else's character arc is just nuked in favor of them all worrying about Jax and making sure they build a fort for Jax, and oh, Gangle's entire arc is now her learning to cry for her abuser. Isn't it beautiful? And it's like...
At the underscore space, Frog sent a super chat. You called yourself a Z-lister, time to sue yourself.
Oh, I forgot Z-lister is the most heinous insult you could ever call somebody, according to Jazzy Lizzie Rose Oliver. Who deadass was like saying, I'm gonna send you a cease and desist and threaten to sue you for calling me a Z-lister on the internet. I'm like, go fucking ahead. It's not gonna go anywhere. Imagine if Kane extracted? Eh. I mean, you could say he kinda did. They probably should have kept Kane dead. I did say I'm very big on kill your darlings as much as I love Kane. I think it would have been stronger if he stayed dead. But at least with something like the recycle bin, it would make sense that he still exists and can come back, you know? But I really do wish the other characters had decided to bring him back. And then, like, the other characters, like... So I saw somebody point out, I wish I had thought of this, somebody point out that they deleted Kane by accident. And he doesn't even know that, and nobody tells him that, and that's the only thing that led to his change of heart? A misunderstanding? Oh god, who's Kaiser sent me now? You didn't send me anything, Kaiser. You liar. Like, and again, like, I think the most frustrating part for me is it didn't have to be this bad. And, like, again, I know Glitch is like, oh, we respect the artist's vision and want to be artist-focused and never ever question them or pressure them to do anything, but it's like, you maybe should have. Or Goose herself maybe should have swallowed her pride and said, hey, Glitch Studios, do you think you could pay somebody to be like a co-writer or a story editor for me to help me like hammer out some of these details? You know? Cause I don't get the theory baiting, you know? It just feels like Goose was just, like, tossing out, like, a bunch of tantalizing sounding lines with no plan of how to wrap them up, and then just never did, and just focused completely on her blurbo at the end. Like, it's just not good writing. It's just very random, you know? And, like, again, the series had so much potential, but the setting is just not used well, you know? Like, we have no explanation, like, and I've said before, I probably should have said this in my video too, but...
At Punt Down sent a super chat. Harry Disco Elysium better sympathetic man than James.
Oh yes, oh yes. I've been playing Disco Elysium recently, and it is very funny and very fun. And you want to talk about good fucking writing? I got bait and switched when we found a car half submerged in the ice, and I'm like, wow, what a mystery!
At Dino Nuggy 22 sent a super chat. I will forever love TADC and its flaws. No one will change my mind.
Maybe I should just play that part of the stream for everybody. Maybe it'll get some of you interested in my Disco Elysium streams. So, like, we find a car half submerged, and I'm like, I am one-to-one with the main character, realizing why this car is in the water. Hang on, let me find the sheet, because if you don't know, the main character of Disco Elysium wakes up with complete amnesia after a 3-day drinking and booze binge. And we're kind of piecing together our life and what was happening before that throughout the story. So, why not? Let's just play this little part. Ah, damn it, I was right there, and then I clicked the button in it. So, we find a car.
At Casual Cali
I had an amazing outfit on.
sent a super chat. Also, appreciate your TADC video cause it helped explain to my friends my own thoughts on this show.
Hey!
Here's some money for your controversy.
Thank you.
Smirking face emoji.
It's not even a fucking controversy, because all these people that are coming into my comments like, how could you hate this but still like has-been? They clearly haven't even watched the fucking video and refuse to watch it. There was one person who wrote an entire post based on what they assumed my opinions on the show were. And I was like, the video's only 15 minutes, you could watch it. And they're like, how could you not respond to the rest of my comment? I was like, why the fuck should I respond to what you assume I said? Because you won't watch the video. Anyway, this was really funny. So you can see me being as stupid as the main character here. It's great.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy
we'll
water,
play that
slowly
while I'm
sinking
drawing.
into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top,
Sci-ception.
rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
Are they dead?
It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
They'd probably be dead.
The seawater has already started to corrode the metal.
And of course, the people who know this game are probably snickering at me, being an idiot.
Works.
A carriage in the sea? Where did this come from?
My guess is it started its journey from the plaza, where it backed through the fence.
Let's investigate, Kim.
I agree.
Fuck you, Kim! You knew all along! You knew all along the answer to this mystery, Kim!
We should definitely investigate.
He's like, who would murder a car this callously?
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold
I haven't
water.
eaten anything in like 2 days. That's probably part of it.
Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Okay, so, there's, like, writing on the side, and I still hadn't picked up, so we decided to wait for the ice to melt for a little bit, and we start whistling on the swing set and bonding, and it's really cute, and then a terrible revelation happens. I'll spare you guys the whole scene. You could always, let's see, yeah, we're having random conversations and bonding, and I totally didn't see this coming at all.
Strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Let's see. Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
Is this my car? Because I'm from the 41st Precinct. It took me that long to realize that this was Harry's own car that he crashed during his drug binge. Is this my car? Is this what I drove here in? And I crashed it here, and then I drank all over town, and then I end up in the hotel room ass up. It's my car, isn't it? God damn it!
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
That fucking My it's still cutting me off when I get too loud now, but it's better than cutting me off when I get too quiet, I suppose. I've been using filters to spare you guys from my air conditioner noise. He literally sat here for an hour, just waiting to see if I'd piece it together. I mean, I would too if I were him. Yeah, so fucking Kim Kitsuragi totally fucking trolled me, just sitting there for an hour, waiting to see if I'd realize this is my own crashed car. And I was just as retarded as Harry in this moment. It's perfect. I was immersed. I'm role-playing. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Must be Tommy 41 morning of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake. I just ended up going with oh god no. Corpus 41, stupid factory. Guessing district something, a precinct, something municipal, rub your temples, you're getting a horrible headache. Oh god no. I mean, I realized it right away, so I think I'm just gonna go with oh god no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
He feels more bad for the car than me, I'm sure.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible
feeling
feeling
the most
comes over
goober
you.
answer here. That was a great reveal.
No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
And so oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like...
So anyway, yeah, so this has been my experience with Disco Elysium, which is a fantastic game. You have to like having the story basically narrated to you the entire time, but it's fine. But what I've discovered about it is it's really dynamic depending on your stats, how you answer questions, what you decide to do, how you approach things. Like, it has a lot of replayability, I can already tell. I'm playing through it blind, so don't give away anything! I'm playing it blind. But I can already tell, like, it is so dynamic, and I keep telling people, if you're enjoying this, please. Well, yeah. As Dio says, do not buy Disco Elysium, it's abandonware. Because the publisher kind of screwed over the original devs. So, we don't like that, do we? Yeah, the money doesn't go to the devs, unfortunately. And it's like, the prose, it's so brilliantly written, and it's so darkly funny and dryly funny. It's exactly my kind of sense of humor.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Sai, you gotta make this into a short or something. It's hilarious.
I might, yeah. I might. I've also been cutting down my Dobson stream. I might make shorts out of that, too.
Sent a super chat. Honestly, I love TADC, but yeah, it is flawed. However, I also see people, not you, acting like Goose is some grand misogynist, and it feels familiar.
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, with the misogyny claims about Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss, they're kind of bullshit. But in this case, like, I mean, seriously, every single female character got sidelined to center a man's man pain, and his man pain is, I might have killed my mother. And that has nothing to do with his mother herself. It's just, oh, we need to feel bad for him, because he might have killed his mother. Don't feel bad for her. Obviously, she probably deserved it, or she's just a plot object. Don't think about the woman's pain. Only the man's man pain matters. You know? And, like, no, saying he's trans doesn't make it better. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. So anyway, Kaiser sent me this. Gooseworks plan. Step 1, create the amazing Digital Circus. Step 2, Jack. Step 3, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah. Yeah, that's about the size of it, I think, unfortunately. And again, it just... You got it for free on Epic? Nice. I bought it some years ago and hadn't gotten around to it, so... But I think I made his eyes too far apart now. But really, the Waste of Potential is just, I feel like Goose maybe should have taken a step back after the pilot, even, and just, like, took on a supervisory role or a creative lead role and let other people write. Because, like, all the merch ads for Digital Circus are not written by her. They're written by other people, and they seem entirely in the spirit of it, you know? Like, and there's just so much you could have done with this premise and concept, and to just boil it down to a single character, to the point the female protagonist has no development other than, you know, saving him and fixing him, and all the other female characters get their stories completely, like, sidelined by him, and we're supposed to feel bad for him even though he's a misogynistic douchebag who tortures every woman around him because he holds them responsible for his mother having emotional problems? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what you wrote. Even if he didn't mean to, that's what you wrote. You know? Like, feels like the story should have been in something else, you know? Everybody's eyeballs are a lot smaller in the first episode. They made them much more big-eyed and cuter and more marketable later on. See, I don't even hate Goose calling out the fan theories in episode 7. No, me neither! I thought that was funny! I thought that was really funny, because I was always on Soma theory, because it's the only thing that makes any fucking sense. You know, so everyone thinking, oh, they're suspended in pods, and like, and I was on board with that, because yeah, that's not what the story's about. But the story shouldn't have just been about Jax either, and it clearly wasn't from the beginning. You know, so like, bullshit she had the entire 9 episodes planned out from the get-go, you know, like, there's just no way. There's just no way. Toy Story 5 is doing good. I've heard mixed things about Toy Story 5. Some people like it, some people think it was unnecessary. Honestly, I think everyone after 2 was unnecessary, personally, but whatever. Of course, people are like, no, you have to support corporate animation or they're just gonna keep making sequels nobody likes. And it's like, well, isn't that their fucking fault? Well, I guess they do have an original thing. They took Owl House and made it bad with this hexed thing that looks like DreamWorks in their worst era. I don't know why Disney is sticking with this terrible style to, let me just bring up an image of it. We don't even need to watch the fucking trailer because it looks like absolute fucking dog shit. You know, but, like, what the fuck is this? Why do they insist on still using this blobby pudding style? Like, all the kids are expecting Spider-Verse style shit now. Like, to the kids, this is gonna look like... I mean, this looks like a fucking mobile game advertisement. This is ass! This is total ass. Like, what a bad character design. What is even going on with her hair? This looks AI generated. You know, this is hexed. About a girl who discovers she's a witch, and isn't she alt in a very, like, fucking 2005 way? What the fuck is... What is her hair? What is going on here? You know, like... It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. I'm no fan of Disney. You all know that. Yeah, what's this yee-ass haircut, bitch? What is this? So, it looks like this is shaping up to just be a worse Owl House after they canceled the Owl House. So, yeah. No, she'll never be Luz. Hey, Skrill, what's up? You came in just in time to see me shitting on Hexed. Alright, I'm gonna start inking Kane. I have to learn to be a faster artist, guys. Maybe I should give a tinge of red to his outline, though. Be a little bit more toward purple and pink, though, because of the background. Now, I wonder what would happen if the genders were reversed. Jax being the main girl and being a bitch toward all the guys around her and got her boyfriend to unalive himself. Oh my god, people would hate that character. And it would be like if Jax was a girl from the start, because now people are like, well, Jax wants to be a girl, I guess, and that means, like, all of his behavior is acceptable and explained, and it's like, well, no, actually, like, he's still toxic and destructive and misogynistic and has done unforgivable things, and then we're supposed to just cheer for Pomni, the main female protagonist with zero personality. Like, giving him chance after chance after chance after chance.
Jasmine305 sent a super chat. Betcha $5 that it's mentioned she cuts and dyes her own hair and how that makes her so unique. Rolling
God,
eyes,
you're
face
probably
emoji.
right. It's just so funny how Disney is so far behind the times. I mean, I guess It's weird though, because I think about it, I'm like, Disney has only been such a household name for like, what, 30 years? Not really that long in the grand scheme of things. Disney almost went out of business before Little Mermaid. And that's why the Disney Renaissance was them just doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on princess boy meets girls movies. You know, after Mermaid, it was all princesses for a while. Like, they made nothing like that before Little Mermaid. You know, it was, before that was like Oliver and Company, the Aristocats, Rescuers, you know, cool shit like that. But, like, not what you think of when you think of Disney magic. The whole Disney magic thing was like a 90s and like 2000s thing, and now it's just kind of dying. You know? But, like, people are such fucking corporate shills, man. We were talking about old Agony Gabagool the other day with his video on Cyclops talking about how, oh, so much progress was being made in the world. Obama was president and companies did rainbow capitalism.
Sent a super chat. Pomni should have been a therapist, not an accountant.
Yeah, like that would fix a lot of things, you know? And her being like a nervous, anxious therapist would be a pretty funny character trait. You know? And, like, as a therapist, you could still do urban exploration, you know? Like, again, we barely know anything about Pomni. What can you even tell me, like, her main character trait is? Just nice? Just wants to help people? Like, everything she does is only because she's the main character and, like, no other, like, real motivation is my problem. But yeah, Anthony was literally like, oh, yeah, like things were so progressive and going well because Obama was president and companies were supporting Pride. And it's like, did you just say rainbow capitalism is a positive thing? He couldn't go with, like, say, same-sex marriage being federally legalized? No, it's like, oh, but companies are packaging gay people as a product, so that's a sign of progress. Yeah, okay, Anthony. And you wonder why I tell you to shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, Great Mouse Detective was another good old Disney movie. I really do prefer the old sketchy line stuff, personally. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is, of course, a work of fucking art. Yeah, Avery says, last I checked, I don't like being a product. Neither do I, but there's so many, like, culture warriors out there who are just fucking corporate shills and act like these corporate fucking products, like, are the center of everything in life.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Saw in the comment section of Hex trailer. Halloween Town meets Alice in Wonderland, and yeah, hello.
I know, and it looks, God, it looks, just look at it again, it looks like such ass. Like I said, she looks like a mobile game character. This is unacceptable. Like, 3D animation has gotten so good, too. Like, I am very, very, very picky when it comes to 3D animation. I typically do not like it. But the whole, like, taking cues from 2D animation and making things look more textured, making things go more frame by frame than actually, like, tweening in 3D, it just looks so much better to me. You know? I always say Ratatouille is the first 3D movie I actually like the look of, and that's because the character designs really, really took from 2D, and the characters all have this sort of painted look to them, you know? Yeah, it looks like such trash. Like, you got, like, just but again, the people in charge of Disney right now are all not creative people. They don't care about creatives. They don't care about entertainment.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. That girl screams, I'm not like other girls.
I'm not like other girls. I cut my own hair and have a shitty haircut and I have magic powers. Like, ugh, yeah, ugh. And it's like, it's weird, because, like, Encanto sort of has a style like this, but for whatever reason, it just looks so much better, you know? You know, maybe because it leans more into the 2D aspects, but, like, Encanto is still kind of that pudgy pudding style, but it looks better. Maybe because the character designs are just stronger, you know?
520 sent a super chat. I'm getting into old Disney cartoons like Goof Troop, Quack Pack, Old DuckTales, and Darkwing Duck. These old shows are fun to watch.
You know what a rare one you should look up is? Tailspin.
At Sawesomeness sent a super chat. Half of Bakshi's films are now Disney movies.
Is Bakshi still making films? Or no, do they own his films? Is that what you're saying?
At Casual Cali 7195 sent a super chat. TADC really ended like a Fast and Furious movie.
It's all about family. It's all about family, Pomni.
At Solar Bones sent a super chat. And before Chuds criticize it for the wrong reasons.
What, Hex? Oh yeah, they'll probably be like, oh my god, strong female protagonist, that's beyond. You know, oh, you're right. The only chuds are gonna, and culture warriors defending Disney from chuds are gonna fucking care about this shit. It's like, oh, because we have to defend Disney with our lives because why? They are also a big evil corporation. How has everyone forgotten this? Just because they'll say, oh yeah, gay rights. Now you're like, oh no, Disney is good. They must be defended at all costs. Yeah, that's why they do that shit, idiot. That's why they pretend to care about social causes, so you will give them more money. That's the only thing they fucking care about! It's about, TADC is about your boyfriend, killing himself and becoming, a blob dog that you can now hang out with. Would the show better if it was about humans being trapped in an office job, and instead of abstraction, they have to worry about getting fired? Cuddlebug? Watch Severance. That's exactly what you're looking for. Watch Severance. I can't wait till season 3 of that show comes out. I hope they don't ruin it. It's been so good so far. Oh yeah, Severance also has Old Man Yowie. Between John Turturro and Christopher Walken. So there you go, there's your motivation to watch it. Severance is so fucking good, you guys. It's, when season 3 finally starts coming out, I'll be doing episode discussions of that as well. And like, I know I did The Boys season 5 and barely anybody came to those. I don't care. I want a yap! Stanley Parable mention. I might replay the Stanley Parable on stream someday. It's been a while. God, I think the last time I played it was like 10 fucking years ago, to be honest. Have people forgotten how Disney had tried to force that one family into arbitration because 2 years before they signed up for Disney Plus trial? Yeah, like, Disney does all sorts of weird legal shit. It's like when they got Reedy Creek taken away from them, their fire department was just people with SUVs and it was causing deaths. The things they defined as cities were just, like, fucking trailers out in the middle of nowhere. And this was also, they could just, like, tax evade. You know, it is terrible. People got up in arms about Reedy Creek being taken away from them just because a Republican did it, and it's like, are you fucking serious? People have been trying to do this for years. Local Floridians do not like Disney.
111 sent a super chat. Disney makes money exclusively off of nostalgic adults going to Disneylands and cruises, I'm convinced.
It seems so, and they seem to be more and more catering to those people instead of families and children, which were their bread and butter for the longest time. But kids don't care about Disney these days. And can you blame them? It's got nothing good to offer them. Why should they fucking care? And now they're competing with YouTube and the internet. They have no chance, and they don't understand it. They don't understand how the internet works.
Adelio Fan 2008 sent a super chat. Would you snack on some celery during a summer stream?
No, because I try not to eat during streams. That was a decision I made when I got more professional with this. And I was eating a granola bar on my Disco Elysium stream last night, but leave me alone. Oh no, I love Stanley Parable. I love how weird it is. I know they're being weird, Mr. DeBoss baby, but they're giving me money. Tastes like nothing to you? I mean, it has a slight taste to it. But, I think it's just because it's so snappy and watery, it's really good on a hot day. But yeah, most kids today are fucking watching YouTube, you know? That's how Digital Circus got, like, I mean, again, as much as I criticize the show, and think it could have been so much better than it was, I still am happy I supported it in theaters. I'm still happy that avenue is being opened for people who aren't part of big studios, you know? And the theaters are happy. They make more money running indie shit than they do running shit from the studios. So what do they fucking care? If people want to watch this stuff, they'll make room for it. And if people don't want to watch your Disney movie, it won't stay in theaters very long. They'll replace it with something else. Get good. It's the free market.
Kaiser Zero sent a super chat. Talk tax. Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Autonomous sensory meridian response. I don't know what that's a reference to, so... I fucking love carrot cake, Miss Jasmine. Goated. People sleep on fucking carrot cake. Would you expect me to be able to do ASMR? You heard me peeking my mic in that clip I played. Oh yeah, the Digital Circus voice actors playing video games together is hilarious. Especially because Ragatha's VA is like so chaotic. She's playing video games. It's like imagining Ragatha just snapping one day and just like locking in on a competition. I was saying earlier, Avery, like even as a little kid, I preferred having carrot cake for my birthday than like a traditional like sugar cake. Oh, is that what ASMR stands for? Oh, okay. Thank you, Skrill. See, Skrill knows me too well. She knows I need an explanation. I can't do ASMR. I'm too autistic. Like, it's like people are like, ah, yes, I love listening to the sound of scratching pens or someone whispering directly into my ear, and I'm just like, ah, no! No! Ah! I did find an ASMR adjacent channel I like recently, though. You guys are gonna think I'm weird, probably, but, let me bring it up. So, this person, Carrie Mack, makes these really, like, high-quality, strange, like, noise things. I don't think they do what, like, oh, these raise your endorphins, these do this or that. Like, it's like binaural beats. I don't think they actually do the miraculous things the people are claiming they do. But, like, the noise itself is kind of calming, you know, and kind of brain scratchy. So, like, if you're not into typical, I don't know what the barn ambience one is, but if you don't react to typical ASMR very well, maybe try something like this. Let me play one. It's like weird layered noise. You know? It's a black screen because people sleep to these, but it's just kind of a nice soundscape, you know? It's kind of a rain sound. This one is kind of like a more crinkly, staticky sound. But this kind of shit works for me. You might think I'm weird, but rather than ASMR, that shit more works for me. Or music. You like a cheese grater against a microphone? Okay. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I can't judge. You're already falling asleep to it. Yeah, I mean, I can't fall asleep to noise. Well, I guess except white noise. I have a white noise machine that isn't electronic. Well, I mean, obviously it uses electricity, but isn't an electronic sound. It actually generates fan noise because I can't with the ones that are pre-recorded sound. I start hearing the pattern in it and it keeps me awake. I'm a very bad sleeper. I'm a very bad sleeper.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Alveo's Sanctuary has an ASMR cam set up for their tortoise push pop for when she eats veggies. That and keyboard typing are the only ASMR I can stand.
Keyboard typing, really? That's funny. No wonder you like my streams when I'm using my heavy mechanical keyboard. So autistic and I like the haptic feedback. Oh yeah, rain will always make me sleepy. I'm like a cat. I get super sleepy on rainy days. No, I'm having bouts of, maybe it was too much caffeine too, but I'm having bouts of summer amnesia. Not amnesia. So let's just go with summer insomnia rather. Which is something that has affected me since I was young. Just whatever reason in the summer I don't fall asleep easily and I'm like kind of like wired and awake late into the night a lot of the time. You do like hearing me type? Haha, clickety clackety clackety. Oh no, what did I do? There's a song called ASMR. Yeah, Crackling Fire is nice too. That's a nice one to listen to. Used to have a fireplace in my old place. Kinda miss that. Oh yeah, there was like rain and a big thunderstorm the other night, and that was beautiful to sleep to. I've had ovulation insomnia. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do like listening to the sea and waves. I mean, I'm an ocean person. I've lived by the ocean pretty much my entire life. Alright, somebody asked, like, how is Chimptopia doing? I actually checked up on them earlier. He was supposed to launch the Kickstarter on the 20th, but he hasn't yet. So I wonder, because I know there's a lot of chuds that want to
520 sent a super chat. Sigh, when will you read Sonic Shoe?
Eventually we'll have a Sonic Shoe stream, I promise. I do want to finish reading Andrew Dobson's comics first, so we'll have to do another Dobson stream some Friday. That's not on the poll this week. I have a poll going up Thursday for you guys. I've been kind of allergy-ish lately, so I don't really want to do a lot of fucking reading and funny voices this week.
At Solar Bones sent a super chat. Just finished down now playing DA2 wife Flare Myth Hot.
Because she's an authority. Oh yeah, Froggycraft. Froggycraft is the Modrinth Minecraft mod Space Frog is working on. It's like a Vanilla Plus mod. I like it. It's running on my personal server, which I haven't been on in a while. But I like having a Minecraft server around with a consistent world and other people kind of poking in on it. So it's not anything I'm gonna use for YouTube or anything. But I play a lot of like the only game Frog plays is Minecraft, whereas I play a lot of different games, so I kind of rotate around to things. But I like having a Minecraft server around just to have a persistent world that I can come back to. And I like seeing what other people build. It is the best mod. It is such a good vanilla, I can't imagine playing without it now, and I've always been very adverse, I should say, to Minecraft mods, because a lot of them they're not quite in the spirit, and they change too much, you know? Ah! How did that whole one disappear when I drew another line? Sometimes the vector layers are weird. Oh, Cosmic Wooloo has a question. Is it going to be about vegetables? It's not quite a public server, it's a private server, but you can get whitelisted onto it. You can just ask Space Frog if you're in my Discord, he could add you to it. As long as you're not gonna grief or something, I don't care. You can run around on it all you want. But basically, Frog is just kind of in charge of inviting people into the server, because it's basically also his Froggycraft experimentation server. So... And he helped me set it up. I was like, oh, this will be easy. I'll just get a server on Modrinth, and I'll install the mod, and it'll all just work, because it's all on Modrinth. It didn't work. So I went hat in hand to Space Frog and was like, Frog, I broke everything. Can you fix it for me? So, he's basically just been in charge of my Minecraft server ever since. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, yeah, but we have a really cool, area around spawn. And people can get items at and stuff.
Sent a super chat. The two combat is jarring right after down.
It is, and I do like DH2's combat, I just don't like the enemy wave spawning system. Nobody likes that. They even made fun of it in the next game. there's a dialogue between Iron Bull and Varric. And Iron Bull's like, where do your bad guys come from in your books? And Varric starts going into a long explanation of like, well, you know, some of them are in gangs, some of them are this or that, and then Bull is like, well, that's really deep and all, man, but I mean, like, literally, where do they come from? The way you write it, it sounds like they just drop in on the heroes' heads. So the joke, of course, is because Dragon Age 2, the framing device is Varric is telling the story. It's been a big joke in the fandom for a while too, that the reason why the enemy spawn system exists is because Varric is just going, so there were 10 guys, no 20 guys! That's just a thing us Dragon Age 2 fans do. We chalk all the limitations in the game and things we don't like up to Varric's just terrible storytelling. So, it's fun. I feel like I haven't done his lower row of teeth as wide as his top row of teeth. He's a deceptively hard character to draw. I mean, I love, like, Dragon Age 2 is one of my favorite games, but it is deeply, deeply, deeply flawed. It is. But, again, it's another one of those things that's really flawed, but it's greater than the sum of its parts, you know? Like, yes, there are repetitive levels, yes. There's a lot of limited, combat, yes, but it has the best cast of characters, and it has, like, some great storytelling and some great dialogue, and it stands out amongst the rest of the series because it's the one game where you're not just saving the entire world, and you kind of lose in the end, you know? Yes, I'm drawing Kane peeking out of the recycling bin, as what should have happened. Any glitch and fault is just from the drugs. I mean, I don't know how anyone plays Bethesda games without modding them. Rip console players, I guess. You gotta draw the teeth good, yeah. I think adding that one little molar back there made it better. I do eventually want to play Fallout New Vegas on stream, but it's such a long fucking game. I know Disco Elysium is long too, but I decided that was gonna be on X Long Play, and again, I'm trying to plan around game releases, because at least now we know that Control Resonant is coming out in September. Now I just need the release date for Ontos, and I'll be all set. You mod it on the Xbox? Oh right, don't they have like a mod store for it now or something? It's like only Bethesda approved mods. This isn't like Nexus modding. He's holding something over his head and has red and blue eyes. Kate is the Green Man! Oh god, yeah. If you haven't seen my latest stream on Armored Skeptic, you don't know what that's referring to, but it was crazy. Do not have an autistic hyperfixation for Kane. I just think he's neat. I'll play shooty bang bang games sometimes. I don't play Fallout in first person though. I played in third person, which might be weird to some people. Yes, Armored Skeptic, who is no longer a skeptic, but still calls himself that. It's fascinating. Next time we cover him, I'm definitely going to like track down exactly where he made the switch over. We got close last time, I think. Yeah, it's the creation mods, yeah, but I mean, for fuck's sake, some of the Nexus mods just make the game like actually stable. One of my favorite ways, I haven't played it in a long time. One of my favorite ways to play Skyrim is you install the need to eat and drink from mods, and you install Frostfall.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Talk tax. I just think he's neat.
I just think he's neat.
But yeah, so you install mods that make you have to sleep, eat, and drink, and install Frostfall, which actually makes temperatures matter, and then don't fast travel anywhere, and then don't bring the dragons in. Just roleplay as an adventurer. It's so much fun. And it creates so much emergent gameplay because you have to take shelter, you have to seek food. You know, you might get caught in a storm and have to run in a cave, and then you run into a quest. It's just a fun way to play the game. I honestly think, like, with Bethesda games, the main story is always the weakest part.
Adbalonic111 sent a super chat. Should have told you ex-wife and an on the phone. Oh, you found someone new. Well, so have I, and his name is Kim.
Kim would be standing over there like, what? I know it's not a joke. It seems like you can romance Kim, so we'll have to win him over somehow. But, yeah. I haven't looked up spoilers, but I've gleaned that the jokes about it being Old Man Yowie are not actually jokes, and it's possible in the game! Kim Kitsuragi from, Disco Elysium, which I've been playing lately. You guys should go watch my Disco Elysium streams. No, I'm kidding. Don't watch it if you're not interested in the game. But even watching me play it, I've said, I feel like, it's so divergent depending on what you do. Like, nobody's playthrough is gonna be exactly the same, so you can still play it yourself. And I kind of do that with games. I don't go for, like, an optimal playthrough. It's like, oh, you want to find out what happens if you do this instead? Well, go buy it yourself, then. Go play it! Well, I did get an achievement for Kim trusting me, and then he immediately got mad at me for buying drugs from somebody. Bootleg drugs at that. It's like, but I don't need to- I found another place to stay for free! I don't need to pay the hotel anymore! I'm gonna spend all my money on drugs, Kim! Harry's bi-curious, yeah. Well, he could just be bisexual and just never acted on it before. Don't fuck with the Kuno, yeah. You disappointed Kim after he trusted you should be an achievement, yeah. I think I'm falling into what a lot of people fall into, where it's just like, my entire gameplay is revolving around, getting Kim's approval. Because we're playing as such a disaster of a man. You want to make your Skyrim character a spell sword? Honestly, I had a really fun time being a bow ninja. I didn't expect that. I don't usually do archery, but I think one time when I wrote my Khajiit character, and I put in Khajiit Speak, which is another good Skyrim mod that tries to change all your dialogue into Khajiit-flavored dialogue. It's great. Maybe that's what I'll do if I ever stream Skyrim. But yeah, I decided to just become a bow ninja on that character, and it was amazing. I was, like, sniping dudes from a mile away and getting, like, those awesome, like, you know, kill shot cutscenes. It was great. It was awesome. It would just, like, follow the arrow flying over the terrain until it hit a guy in the head. Boy, failure the game. It really is. Harry is just one of those, like, really endearingly pathetic characters. I mean, I don't know, you could probably roleplay him less pathetic, but I like making him like just a wet, pathetic meow meow of a man. And I lean into the drug addiction. But goddammit, I have 7 points in sorry cop. I need to stop apologizing to people! I should show everybody that one awesome animatic somebody made about the game to encourage people to play it, or watch me play it. I played it on the stream. So this, everything except Harry's dialogue is directly from the game. They just had a guy voice the main character for this, but everything else is actually real dialogue from the game, and this actually happens. Is chat frozen on screen? God damn it. I'm gonna try... Hang on, I'm gonna try something. Haha! I can just scroll it. Look at that. Haha! I fixed the problem. Anyway, so, yeah, so this actually can happen in the game. And the only voice that isn't from the game is the main guy, so let's just watch that real quick, because it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. Lots of feeling.
This is a failed check, by the way.
Oh my god. Fuck the hat. Is that what you just said to me? I can't believe you just told me to fuck the hat! So I should just take this hat I'm wearing and fuck it, right? Engage in sexual intercourse with a hat right here in front of you because you told me so? On the sea ice?
More.
Right here on the sea ice?
More.
Give you a little ice cop hat fuck show? Is that how you see
I
me?
didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Across the bay, two figures watch the scene unfold.
I didn't
through
get this in mind.
coin-operated binoculars. My God, one says in a concerned voice. Let me see, says the other. The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the sorry
This
spectacle.
is actual
to end.
dialogue, all of
But
it.
it's gone awful quiet up there. Then the sound of sobbing. Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40, his face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
It was so funny.
Isn't really about the hat, is it?
No.
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know? Crying helps, though. Get it out your system. And then maybe we can talk. Okay? I'll be here.
So yeah, the only voice that wasn't directly from the game was the guy voice acting the main character, but that's all real dialogue! I hit that one last night! The game is so funny! I just love that one line, a grown man on the wrong side of 40. It's so good! Like I said, the game is very, very subtly and dryly funny. The narration is basically, it's both narrating the game and is like all the various like impulses in our main character's head kind of talking to him, you know? So, depending on your stats and your choices, you get various impulses inside your head talking to you, like volition or authority or electrochemistry, which is the drug addict part of your brain, you know? It's so good! And yeah, I did give her my hat, and apparently what you do will change how people talk about how you were before you lost your memory. Because I hit, like, we were talking to somebody, and she was like, oh yeah, you went around apologizing to everybody. I was like, no, I don't want to be the sorry cop. I was like, does the backstory change because I have points in sorry cop? And yes, it does. So depending on your actions, it will change how people describe Harry before his memory loss from his 3-day drug binge. And it's such a funny way to have, like, the character learn things about the world alongside with you, just having absolutely no memory because he drank it away. Like, the game doesn't entirely take that seriously, but that is what happened. I had a different hat on when I had a beanie on when I hit this scene, and I gave it to her, and she didn't put it on! It would have matched her coat! How dare you? But yeah, the main character is so well written, and all the dynamism, depending on your choices and stats. I kind of went more with, like, the psychic drug addict angle. Because he can have kind of, like, feelings and premonitions and, like, retrocognition and shit. So I've kind of leaned into that, so I'm like a drug addict cop who has strange visions and apologizes to everybody for his behavior. That's how I've been playing it, apparently. Like, the sheer amount of text in this game that the narrator had to read must be insane. You know, it must be absolutely fucking insane. But it is, like, I know a lot of people were telling me I'd like it. I bought it years ago, because I knew I'd probably like it. I just hadn't gotten around to playing it. That's why I like streaming games. It kind of forces me to finish them. You know? So, but we've been having a lot of fun with it, yes. And chat has had their input. Though, my first playthrough, goddamn, I had, like, Will Wheaton's luck on rolls. I was, like, failing every single roll. Even, like, I had an 83% chance to pass the check, and I failed it somehow. I have like 2 points in Superstar Cop. And that's about it. So... Oh, did I get an achievement? Did you get an achievement for me trusting you, Kaiser? You still have to earn my trust. And Kim's a funny character too, because he's the exact opposite of Harry. He's very composed. He holds his cards close to his chest, but he can also, like, he'll say the most passive-aggressive things very diplomatically to you. It's really funny. It's so funny. It's just so well written. It's so good. So I've definitely been fucking enjoying the game, and I'll be playing it again tomorrow night, so... Yeah, no matter what anybody says, we are a Superstar Cop, Space Frog, that's right. Don't let the world tear you down! I haven't really been doing a voice for Harry, it's just been me, because you are just supposed to kind of be him. You're expected to, like, basically play act as this character. And I do love games like that. You can tell the tabletop RPG influence, because there's a lot of references to tabletop RPGs in it. So it is a bit more like a single-player tabletop RPG than anything, but I don't know, it's so good. And the art in the game, like, all the backgrounds are, like, digital paintings. It's beautiful. This is just kind of gritty, impressionistic art. And it's very European in attitude, which makes sense because the devs were Estonian. Though the guy who wrote the game, he wrote it in English first, and he obviously has a very good grasp of English prose. You're right, Dio. Eastern European. I should specify. You guys aren't like those other Europeans, you know? The ones over by, like, France and shit. Eastern Europe is totally different attitude and, and mood and style, yeah. I just draw the papers behind him just in case I want to adjust anything. Yeah, you're not gay European, you're misery European. There's the gay Europeans, and then there's the ones who are just oppressive misery all the time. That's the Eastern Europe. No, there's nothing wrong with Central Europe, Skrill. You guys are perfect, obviously. You're right in the middle. Poland is the perfect country, Skrill. Nothing against them. Western Europe is also miserable. That's first world miserable, yeah. Yeah, third world miserable is really the tone of Disco Elysium. Maybe second world, but still. Really, with Disco Elysium, it's a world rotting after a big revolution. Basically, like, the revolution happened and nothing went right. Is basically the tone. It's a good save, yes. Skrill was gonna fly over here to have words if I said shit about Poland. We call Europe at large gay Europeans and Russia simply because they have pride parades. I mean, we have pride parades in America, we still call Europeans gay. Second world is what they used to call the USSR. It does have a very Soviet-style tone to it as well. It's there, but the one thing I appreciate about Disco Elysium is every ideology that's presented, the person representing it, is also a bit of a hypocrite. So it's kind of just exploring all of these ideas, why they work, why they don't work, how all of them can lead to disaster, how nobody in life really knows what they're doing, ever. You know? It's that kind of tone. Because there's so many people out there who have the impression that Disco Elysium is like punk communist or something, and it's like a total commie game, but no, it's really not. it presents all of these ideologies very realistically. Flaws and all, you know? The eugenics guy is called Measurehead. Yeah, and he always says he's better than ham sandwich race people, which is what he calls white people. All of his girlfriends are white. He works for a white guy. He does not see the contradiction. But the thing is, it's not even, like, real countries. It's, I kept calling it alt history, but that's not quite it either. Like, it's based on our real world, but it's its own weird kind of... it has its own internal logic and its own history, and, like, all the countries are, like, mushed together. So, it isn't any real-world country. Pseudo-history, that's a good word for it, pseudo-history. So, where it clearly draws from the real world, all the countries are different. The area we're in just seems to be a series of archipelagos, you know?
Adelio 2008 sent a super chat. By the way, I'll be making 2 TADC analysis videos. One in July on the first 7 eps and one in October on the last 2 eps for the pilot's 3rd anniversary.
Hey, that sounds cool. So everybody check out Eliofan's channel if you want to catch up on that. I feel like you could group the last 2 episodes together. I mean, they did group the last 2 episodes together, showing them in theaters, and really, I feel like they should have done some editing to make them feel more like a single movie. You know, but what can you do? They did say it was just showing the episodes as a special event, so, you know, it wasn't really a movie, it was a theater event, which is what Fathom Entertainment specializes in, so... I guess you could say it's on a different Earth. I don't even like thinking about it that way. It just is the world it is, you know? You're really not supposed to question it very much. You're just supposed to get the vibe from how it's presented to you, and I do appreciate stuff like that, you know? And so this is gonna be Kane popping out of the recycle bin, which I think is what should have happened in episode 9. It would have been an easy change. I feel like I could make his back teeth round more here, though. God, why is this such a pain to draw? How do they do it on the 2D one? They just sort of make it look like his teeth are like paper thin on the 2D one, which I'm trying to avoid. What did Skrill send me on Discord? Oh God. Okay. We have something else to watch now.
Kane? I don't think smoking is good for your eyes.
Nonsense, Pomni. I feel very healthy.
Yes. Yes. That's probably what I sound like to some of you when I start coughing on stream.
Oh, Bubble, I'm dying. Oh, fuck.
Bubble would probably like that, so there you go. That was by Narami.
Kane?
See, again, wasted potential. You could have done so much with this fucking show and these characters. Nah, not me. I mean, they even try to sound like Kane, but... So what if I do more like... This is one shape that is driving me crazy! Yeah, again, Kane just turned out to be the best character. Oops, wrong layer, god damn it. I do think the premise would have been stronger if Kane was just an AI made for a game who was doing the best with his skill set. And also, like, 'cause my first impression from the pilot was, even Kane doesn't know why the fuck these humans are permanently in his circus, and he's just trying his best with what he's programmed to know how to do. And I think that would have been way more interesting. Because why go out of your way to have Kinger say CNA didn't make games? I don't understand. That just overcomplicates things even more. And then you don't answer, then why the fuck is Kane a ringmaster? Why is he so adamant that making adventures is his one and only purpose and his function and what he was made to do? Like, just have them be game devs and it would make total sense! I don't understand!
Am I the only one having problems with Greta lately? The menu text disappears randomly. I try resetting the program, and it says no brush presets.
I can't help you there, unfortunately. That is not why the brain scans are dumb, Kaiser. Brain scans are the only thing that ever made any sense. Unless you were gonna go with time is dilated in the computer, and what feels like years in there is only seconds outside. You know? But, I mean, if it was just a game, if the Digital Circus was just a game to start with, no one would be questioning the setting. But because you went out of your way to say Kane made the circus, and runs it like a game for no explicable reason. I mean, if it's not a game to start with, why does he even have the swear filter? Why did he put that in? That wasn't in his training data, was it? How would he even know what swears are? It really feels like it was supposed to be a game in the pilot. And then something changed. I really just cannot, I just doubt that Goose actually had things planned out from the beginning. There's just no way. And there's just so many better places you could go with it. That's really the frustration I have with it. And I was saying, oop, damn it, why does it keep doing that on the, now I'm having problems. It does this sometimes on the vector layers. And honestly, if they had just made it more episodic and more about people being trapped in a game, they could have probably stretched it into more seasons, which again, seems like really Goose should have just handed over the reins a bit, you know? Like, Bandom says, this is why I wish it was a video game Scratch was making. Yeah, like, if Kane had devoured what was an AI for a game, that would make sense too.
My theory is that C and A were experimenting with games.
I don't know, because they, like, Goose deliberately had Kinger say, no, we didn't make games. So, why is it a game, then? What made Kane choose to do this? And people are like, well, his training data showed him a circus and clowns and stuff. And it's like, yeah? That doesn't explain why he made it a game? You know? Again, all they had to do was make it a game in the first place, or have Kane take over a game that was being worked on, you know? Like, and then of course the resolution with the two AIs was just complete bullshit anyway. Like, why even give us that really compelling scene in episode 8 if you're not gonna fucking do anything with it? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But as I expressed in my video, my approach is always that it doesn't matter what you, the author, fucking think. You need to do what is best for the story. The story takes precedent over everything else in my mind. You know? And in this instance, it didn't. You know, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think that's good enough. Instead of driving myself crazy with this. Again, I have to stop being so perfectionist and nitpicky and actually just draw things. This is my issue lately. That's not quite what Death of the Author is. Death of the Author is, how much does the author's interpretation of their own work actually matter once that work is out there and in the minds of others. Mostly it's like, you as an author should be in service to where the story is going. You know, if an idea that you had early on doesn't work for the story anymore, you have to have the discipline to cut it. You know, or else the story will suffer. So, maybe this is like the very utilitarian way I think about writing, but, like, to me, it's, and this is probably why I'm, like, I'm more suited to being a story editor than a lead writer. But to me, it's like, everything should be in service of the story and nothing else, you know? If you're going in deliberately wanting to tell a certain theme or message, you're usually gonna fuck it up, because you're just not writing organically. And you're not letting the story go where it's leading you. You spelt pretentious wrong, Movie Bubbles. You think writing good is pretentious?
Kaiser Zero sent a super chat. Remember Psy, unalive your darlings. Make sure to unalive off Jasper and Spinel and Switcheroo.
Hey, Switcheroo is fanfiction. As I said in my video, indulgence is what fanfiction is for, but if I was actually writing, like, an actual story... I mean, obviously, I've taken the attention away from Steven himself when it comes to Switcheroo and put it on Spinel. the first indulgence. What the fuck is this little crumb? Oh, it's on the, it's driving me crazy. It's on the layer with the, recycle bin. My take is he might have been an AI, he got hold of the files from the worker's computer, he might have accidentally took game's AI for someone else's game. Well, again, if someone at CNA was working on a game and he took it over, that would make sense, you know? But, like, so why make it a game at all? Is my question. Like, you can't have this character out here saying, adventures are the only thing I exist to do, adventures are my purpose, I just want to fulfill my function, and then have that all be self-directed. Again, his motivation doesn't make any sense. Characters need motivation, you know? It's great that Talking Movie Bubbles thinks that, actually, like, saying how to write things competently is pretentious. Like, I'm sorry your goat is washed, but it just wasn't well written to begin with, and I gave I was so painfully generous with the show. Because I didn't like the writing, but I was willing to give it a chance to, like, go somewhere and justify the way it was written. And Goose kept saying, oh, episode 9 is gonna recontextualize everything, and I guess it kinda did, but not in a good way. It's like, no, if you try to recontextualize the show as having always been about this one character, it doesn't work, because it wasn't in the beginning. You know? Like, you can't just try to pull the rug out from under us like that. You know, the audience is gonna notice. And really, I'm just so critical because I can just see so many ways the project could have been better. Very, very easily, you know? Again, this is what I'm talking about right now. Kane popping out of the recycle bin was basically gift wrapped to you as a gag. Like, all you had to do to make him coming back make sense is just have him be like, oh, where am I? I'm in the recycle bin. Yeah, Ragatha was done dirty. She was sidelined the entire fucking show. And really, we're supposed to care about Jax's mommy issues? We're supposed to care that Jax might have almost killed his mom, maybe? When Ragatha was, like, literally physically abused by her mom. Her and Jax couldn't bond over having mom issues or anything? No. And her final, like, big conversation with Pomni, they're just talking about Jax. It doesn't pass the Bechdel test. Like, I'm sorry. It's shit. Why don't you give me super chats to call me pretentious? You don't feel like giving me super chats today, Movie Bubbles? It's weird. Movie Bubbles will send me super chats and then shit talk on Blue Sky for some reason. Like, why do you keep coming here? Maybe you keep coming here because deep, deep, deep down you know I'm right. Yeah, the Stevie Wonder song was just random, and it's like, it's such a jarring tonal shift, like, you can't tell if it's supposed to be a joke? Or lol cheese fork random? Or it's like, there's just no internal logic, you know? And again, if I do make another video on it, what I'd argue is it would have benefited from being weirder. You know? It would have benefited from being more abstract and more weird. As it stands, it's just a story that starts out kind of wacky and then just gets more and more conventional as it goes on. And so no real end other than, don't you feel bad for this character who was a complete fucking dickhead to everybody in his life ever? It's like, you know, if a boy abuses you and does nothing but, like harm you, you should still, try to hug him and save him, because he deserves it, and you don't. You don't deserve freedom from him. He deserves your attention. It's not good. And it's like, that is so typically expected of women, too. To, like, baby men when they're upset, to their own detriment. And it's like, it's not a great message. Watch people hating on Ragatha because it's easy to interpret that she grew up rich. I bet they would. That's why people justify hating Stolas, to deny that they're just being homophobic. Oh, well, he's rich, so it's okay for me to hate him and say he deserves to stay in a forced heteronormative marriage and be abused. Well, farms can be pretty fucking rich. Lavender. I mean, they owned horses. You know how much upkeep of fucking horses? Yeah, exactly. I just see so many ways it could have been better. And again, if Glitch really wanted to keep this thing going as their cash cow, they could have just been like, hey, Goose, could you just sell us the rights? And we can take it from here. You know? Which I feel like maybe what happens ultimately. Does he have little, like, Mickey Mouse thingies on his, gloves? I actually don't know. Let me look up. You know, those little, nubs. He does have those little nubs on his gloves, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Well, I don't sympathize with this situation. That's the thing, because it's like, we're being told that this character's pain is worth exploring over everyone else's. By focusing on him so much in the end. You know? Like, really, I pushed my mom down because she had emotional problems after getting divorced. Is, like, pain more worthy of exploring than Kinger losing his wife? Or Ragatha's issues with her mother? You know? Like, no, I don't think it is. And again, it comes across like Jax just holds every single woman he meets responsible for his mother's emotional issues. Like, he sees women as a hive mind. Which also is not really good if you're also gonna say he's trans, you know? Or Gangle being bullied. Yeah, Gangle's whole, like, big climactic thing being crying for Jax. That is such bullshit. Like, it's treated like that is, like, the finale of her entire arc in the show. Like, oh look, she learned to cry for the guy who did nothing but abuse her.
Super chat. Goo goo to Gasai. I need tequila.
We'll call you Tequila Sunset. And, like, the VA for Gangle was saying, like, the original take she was supposed to do was, like, screaming and wailing. It's like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Stevens5542 sent a super chat. Stolas is poor and powerless now, so everyone should love him.
They won't, because really their motivation for hating him is they're just homophobic. That's why they always go, oh my god, that relationship is this fizzy pop doing yowie, ignoring the gay man who voices Blitzo and co-writes the show. You know? God forbid the lead character's main love interest is a man, huh? We don't like that. Yeah, Digital Circus needed more writers. That's really what it is. And like, with a team of writers, they could have probably gotten, like, a few seasons out of it. Because there's, like, I mean, I know I say the episodes feel like they're spinning their fucking wheels, but, like, you could do a lot with this concept. And it's just, again, it's like I said, the amazing wasted potential. That's what drives me crazy about it.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Pretentious. For those that need it, according to Merriam-Webster, having or showing a noticeably excessive appreciation of one's own merits. Having an opinion is not a part of the definition. At Belonic 111 sent a super chat. The thing is, a lot of women deal with real world Jaxes, no sympathy.
Yeah, exactly. And like, we're kind of having this argument in my Discord server. It's like, why are you so focused on all the women being sidelined for this guy's man pain? It's like, because that's like my lived reality. Women are always expected to put ourselves aside for other people, especially men. So it's just kind of insulting, you know? And again, all these people that, like, hold Digital Circus up as superior to Has Been Hotel just because they don't like Vivian Madrano, then being, like, just ignoring all the actual blatant misogyny in Digital Circus while calling the Helluverse misogynistic. It's so fucking hypocritical, and just goes to show these people don't actually care what they're talking about. They just want to find a way to say Vivian Madrano bad. It doesn't matter, because Goose wasn't spared by toxic fans either. Like, people, like, trying to dredge up drama from 7 years ago right before the finale, just because they want to ruin things for other people. And, like, it wasn't even like anything. It was, like, nothing burger. Like, they had to go back 7 years to find something they could barely call offensive. And I think none of them should have apologized. None of them should have even acknowledged it. Just don't, because that's what these people want. They want you to apologize, and that's their in to keep abusing you. That's how they see it. Because they don't want an apology. They don't actually care about what they're saying they find offensive. They just want a reason to tear you down. And once you apologize, they go, aha! Now you're under my power, and I can do anything I want to you. Wait, what's Bubbles doing now? I thought Jax was going to be real to be an AI. I kind of had AI Jax. I had kind of AI Jax in mind early on, like the line like, "Oh, if I lose track of who's a human and who's an NPC, who knows what could happen?" And that's another thing is like, why did you even have that line of dialogue and emphasize it so heavily if you weren't gonna do anything with it? I had another comment like trying to like do a gotcha on me, saying, well, they never explained where the diamonds come from. You see how frustrating and badly written and sloppy that is? It's like, Steven Universe never raised that as a question. It never presented that as a mystery. It's never even commented upon in the text. So it's completely different than Digital Circus asking the audience to pay attention to these things and then doing nothing with them.
At Tyler Preston 699 sent a super chat. The Jaxes out there are romanticized in modern romance media. And they're made by women too. That's the most baffling part. Looks at Colin Hoover.
Women can be misogynistic. No, we didn't make games on how the hell did they have a headset in the office. Well, the headset was for the brain scans. And I guess Scratch was working on brain scans, and I guess that's what the tumor in his head was about, that line. Which, okay. But, like... And again, I was already Soma theory-pilled, because Soma's one of my favorite games ever. And, like, that's the only thing that could possibly make sense. There's no way they're hooked up to a headset for years without dying. Yeah, like, White Diamond would say things like, I'm supposed to be better, I'm supposed to this or that, but she doesn't say I was created to do this. You know? Whereas Kane says, adventures are what I was created for, this is my function, this is my purpose, I just wanted to fulfill my purpose. Like, okay, so then you're acting like he was made to make adventures in a game, but then you contradict that. Why? I don't think Goose was keeping very careful track of the things she wrote. Which would mean she didn't have a plan for any of these things. She was just throwing out mystery boxes, and that is the worst way to write. You should at least have some idea that you're gonna follow up on something if you're gonna throw something like that out there. You know? Yeah, Miss Jasmine argues those are White Diamond's own standards. Yeah, I mean, you could easily argue that they're self-imposed standards. And Kane could have also had self-imposed standards, but you didn't write it that way! You know, like... The other thing I always say is storytelling is communication, and if you're not making any fucking sense, people are gonna notice. You know? So, just like, why even bring these things up, and why ask the audience to pay attention if you're not gonna do anything with it, you know? And I don't know if it was just throwing stuff out to keep people talking about the show, or if it was just more like, I'm gonna throw this out there and maybe follow up on it later, and then she just never did, or, I don't know. But I mean, she, Goose, was adamant on having 9 episodes, so it's like, that makes it seem like there was a plan. But when you look at the show in totality, there couldn't have been a plan, you know? It was always gonna be the Jax show. Why would you not make Jax just the primary focus in the first place, then? You know, even with Pomni as the protagonist, you could still make him the main focus from the start. Or just make him the main character! You know? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna go with pure black. I'm gonna go with more of a gray, I think. Got so mad at the implication of the power of friendship possibly fixing abstraction, except it didn't! It was all just there as a lazy way to delve into Jax's mind to find out things about him when he was, like, already dead! Like, having some other way to go through Jax's mind that wasn't abstraction-related could have worked, but... like, as an episode, not as a finale, though. Yeah, and people's excuse is, well, it's character-focused. Is it? Ragatha got barely any development. Kinger barely got any development. Pomni doesn't have, like, a consistent personality. Gangle's whole arc culminated in her crying for her abuser. What do you mean character-driven? Like, the character work is not even very good. So you can't use that excuse? I'm sorry, the show is just not very well written. That's really all. Yeah, Zubul also really got no development. Outside of just literally sitting on a therapy couch saying, I don't like my body. And then that was it. That's all we got. Queenie was docile without Kinger doing what Pomni did with Jax, so why did Pomni do— wait, well, how did she even know that would work? Why did she, like, just throw herself into Jax's abstraction knowing it would, like, fuck up her body? And it didn't fuck up her body nearly as much as Kaufmo did to Ragatha in the first episode, so that's inconsistent, too. I'm gonna make the red a little brighter. And they said in one episode, yeah, I accept my body and talk to my friends. Well, I mean, to be fair, they were like, if I still have problems, I talk to my friends. So it didn't sound like Zubul's problems were completely solved. They're just an ongoing, you know, just mitigating your condition, living with a condition, basically. I mean, that's fine, but
I'd Sword Heart 520 sent a super chat. Why didn't they just make Jax the main character?
I don't know. You could have done it like a BoJack Horseman if you were a more talented writer.
Abanina Circle sent a super chat. I didn't need a root canal tax. Also, Aura tax.
Well, hearing you don't need a root canal is always a good news, I would say. All you use is going to the dentist. I mean, you could say Jax was mean to Kinger and Kane, but he obviously targets women. As many weak, weaselly little men will. They'll pick on women who are weaker than them instead of, like, actually squaring up to another dude. All we needed was Kinger going lucid and, like, giving Jax the belt, though. That would have sorted him out. Uh-oh, Skrill, why are you dotting? What did I say, Skrill? Skrill is like my Kim Kitsuragi. I have to impress her.
Send a super chat. Ara, but Gangle.
Zubul, Ara, mama!
Literally name one scene of Kinger or Kane being mistreated by Jax. Yeah, I mean, other than Jax saying, let's pair up Gangle and Kinger because they'll fail together. Like, really? Where was Kane ever mean to... Where was Jax ever mean to Kane, actually, yeah. He seemed to mostly go along with what Kane wanted, and didn't really care. Did Jax and Kinger ever even exchange a line of dialogue? I'm not sure that they did. I would have to, like, actually verify that, but I'm pretty sure they've never even spoken in the entire show. And it's like all the characters giving their backstories in the bar episode, or the bar section of episode 5 Untitled, too. It's like, Isn't this information a lot of the other characters should know already? Like, the show acts like all of them just got there a week ago. If they had all arrived at the same time, it would make more sense. Obviously, except for Kinger. But, like... Yeah, of course Jax never messes with Kinger or Kane, because he's a weak, pathetic little man who just abuses women.
Heart520 sent a super chat. Ara, the each member of Team Rocket Trio.
How the fuck am I gonna do that? It's like, Ara, mama! Ara, mama!
Ara, mama! That's right, Meowth!
Something like that. No, he never physically abused any of the men, just the women, and we're supposed to,
oh, Meowth, that's right!
That's how it goes. He never abused any of the men. He just is constantly abusing the women psychologically and physically. And we're supposed to feel bad for him because he also physically abused his mother. I don't. I don't feel bad for him. Sorry. He obviously has proclivities to violence against women. Why the fuck should I feel bad for his ass? And all because, what? His mother had emotional problems after the divorce, and his dad was completely absent. So he's taking it out on the parent who stayed, of course. And I'm supposed to fucking feel bad for him. And I understand, like, he's like 22, it's confusing to, like, realize your parents are real people who have actual problems and aren't perfect. But, like, at that age, you should be, like, maturing and not shoving your mom over until you think she's maybe dead. I mean, he even says he shoved her as hard as he could. And it's like... And now because of that, he just abuses every woman he comes across. I guess. I don't know, is she implied to be abusive, or did she just berate him in that one conversation?
A super chat. My theory is that since Jax's dad left at an early age, he never really had a want for male friendship and focused more on women because of his mom.
Yeah, but his focus on women is abusive, though. You know? He didn't really say she was abusive, he said she changed after the divorce. It sounded like his mom had extreme mood swings. But he was too self-centered to think that was, you know, not about him specifically. You know? And again, why the fuck should I feel sorry for his ass? It's like, I almost killed my mom, and I was so upset telling that to my possible girlfriend that I bullied her into suicide. Feel bad for me. And of course, his final scene isn't even, and I'm sorry, or anything. It's just him going, I'm so bad. I'm the worst, aren't I? And, like, never trust a man who does that. Never trust a man when you're holding him accountable, and he just goes, I'm just the worst, aren't I? I guess I should just go die, huh? Because that's just turning it back around to make people feel sorry for you. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Not everything's about you, boy. So yes, the more I think about the ending, the worse it gets. Boy, I said boy! There we go, we just need Foghorn Leghorn to zap into the circus and march right up to Jax and say, boy, I said boy! You need to stop with this namby-pamby of picking on the women around you! Pick on somebody your own size! Foghorn Leghorn could solve every problem if you just put him in a show, obviously. That's the lesson here. Yeah, and again, the emotional abuse isn't good, but it sounds like his mom was having, like, actual psychological problems at the same time, you know, but we're only supposed to care about how it affected Jax. Because this woman is just a plot device. And so is Pomni. Pomni's just a plot device in the end. She's not a character. That's why I started thinking she was gonna turn out to be a fucking AI. Because, like, she's like so adamant about helping everybody, and it's like her only focus after the pilot is just like, I need to help everyone and fix everyone, and it's like, and her personality just changes per episode depending on what she's needed for. And instead of thinking, well, it's just badly written, again, I gave the show the benefit of the doubt. I was like, well, maybe she's an AI. Maybe she's an AI who is specifically there to, like, try to help the humans, you know? And then she'll take over as, like, the de facto ringmaster at the end or something. You know, that was one of the places I kind of saw it maybe going. But no, it was just kind of just a bunch of random bullshit happens, and then it ends focusing on a single character and a bad ripoff of End of Ava. And it's like, okay. Okay. It was a sign she was an NPC all along. Yeah, and like, fucking Pomni shows more compassion to fucking Gummy Goo than Kane. I don't understand why we have this whole scene about how AI can develop sentience and feelings, and you can treat them like a person, and they're worthy of treating like a person, and then no one ever thinks that about Kane. That seems like a really big missed opportunity to me. And again, maybe my Kane bias is showing, but, like, he is kind of a central character in the show as well. And you do explore him, so, why not explore the possibility that he's sentient? I mean, I thought the Chinese room gag was trying to get us to question if Kane was sentient or not. Honestly, I think it might have been even more interesting if Kane wasn't sentient and was just a super advanced AI that only gave the appearance of sentience. You know, that could have been an interesting thing to explore as well, but no, we just, it's just all about Jax, I guess. Just all about Jax. I don't know, I don't speak Chinese. Yeah. I mean, that punchline is kind of implying he isn't sentient, to be honest. Again, why was that there? Why was that there, then? You know, like, just to have stuff happen? And the episode 9 is so padded, too. There's, like, just so many long stretches of nothing happening and, like, montages and shit. And it's like, you had an entire hour to tie up all this stuff. You could have used it. I mean, if we want to compare it to Steven Universe again, look at the episode fucking Jailbreak. That episode is only 11 minutes long, and it doesn't feel like it is. It feels like it's an entire half hour because it uses its time so effectively. You know? But no, I mean, we have, like, we have the characters all kind of wandering off, and then a montage of Kinger helping Pomni learn how to make shapes. And then Ragatha and Pomni hugging for an inordinately long amount of time. It's like this, and then the whole thing with Kane climbing the staircase, and it's all just padding. It's all just padding to get the runtime up to an hour. And again, if Goose had just gone, hey, can somebody help me write the final episode and help me wrap up all this shit I set up? Like, that could have worked. I mean, I don't think Glitch cares. It's still their money-making machine as far as merch goes. I'm gonna move his pupil over. And it's like, well, it just feels like a first draft. And again, like a lot of people are saying, Goose was probably just more than done with the series by that point because the fan base had gotten so fucking bad. But this stuff was planned from at least episode 7. Because we have the live-action flashbacks of Jax in episode 7, flashing through his mind. So...
At Albatross4920 sent a super chat. I had a theory that Jax was gonna turn into AM or something, like he becomes so twisted that he becomes some eldritch computer monster or something.
That could have been interesting, I suppose, because he does seem to be able to, I haven't even watched Game Overs. I honestly don't really care about it. The only Glitch shows I care about right now are Lackadaisy and Knights of Guinevere. So maybe I'll watch the pilots for Game Overs and Gaslight District sometime, but I'm really not that interested in them, to be honest. And just because I support indie animation doesn't mean I'm just gonna watch every single thing that comes out. And again, it's what these people comparing Digital Circus to Has-Been don't seem to understand. Like, just because something's indie doesn't mean it's, like, in the same genre. You know? I'm still gonna have my usual genre tastes impacting what I wish to watch, and it's okay to, like, not watch every indie project that comes out. That's literally fine. That's literally fine. I mean, somebody described the plot of Game Overs to me, and I just went, oh, so it's Reboot. And they went, oh my god, it is Reboot. I was like, yeah, it's Reboot. So, cool, that's fine, but I'm not that interested in it. Yeah, I mean, if people could just, like, assess media on its own merits instead of saying, oh, I have to like all indie to support indie, or I have to like this show because people are comparing this show to this other show by this person, it's okay to hate on Twitter, and we have to hate this person, so I have to glaze this show, and it's like, just watch things. Just watch things and assess them based on the text of the show itself. Why is that hard for so many people to do these days? Just watch shit. You know? It's like, as long as like the people that tell me, oh, I couldn't watch this show because the fandom ruined it for me. And it's like, who gives a fuck about the fandom? The fandom has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of a piece of writing. I just don't get it, you know? I just don't get it. Yeah, I really wish the group had brought Kane back and said, look, listen, you're one of us too. And then he'd go, oh golly gee, I love my human friends. And I will give them control of the circus now. I mean, that's obviously an oversimplification. It could be hammered into a better script. That's my other problem. All the dialogue in episode 9 is so samey. Nobody has a character voice. They all talk in the same, like, overly somber tone. Their dialogue is very samey. A lot of the dialogue sounds like character descriptions. I think Sarcastic Chorus said the same thing, especially about Pomni saying, I really wanted to uplift everyone! And it's like, okay, like, that is something I would say to describe your character, but, like, that's not something you should be saying as dialogue. You know? It's like, again, it really just sounds like the characters are reading out the outline for the episode. You know? Giselle says you could also watch something later in the cycle. I didn't get into Steven Universe until it was finished. I didn't get into Steven Universe until 2018. It was the Pink Diamond twist that actually convinced me to watch it. Because I thought it was interesting. Because before that I was under the impression that Rose really was like a perfect ideal dead mom character. I just kind of assumed that. And I was like, wait a minute. They revealed that his mom was one of the bad guys? This sounds kind of... Maybe I'll watch this show after all. And then I got into it. Obviously. Avery says, I was in multiple toxic fandoms, and guess what? I just avoided it. Yeah, you can just carve out your own corner of the internet. Don't give a fuck what other people say. You know? You only heard TADC fandom discourse from other fans in my server. Yeah, my server we're allowed to all have different opinions and argue with each other, because at the end of the day, it's just a fucking show. You know? It's not that serious. And I'm happy for the people who like it, but I just, unfortunately, I just feel like it fell short. And I can see so many ways it just could have been so much better. As Jasmine says, I watched SU as it was airing, but didn't get into Gravity Falls until after it finished airing. Yeah, I think I watched Gravity Falls after it aired, like long after it aired. I liked it. This wasn't something I really super got into, but I liked it. That's the other thing, like, you don't have to, like, be a super mega fan of every single thing you watch. You know? You don't have to make it your entire personality. I did get a comment on one of my shorts from my boys discussion stream where someone was like, Sai likes the boys, and I didn't know this whole time. It's like, yeah, I like the boys. Really like Severance, big fan of that. We were just talking about that earlier. Someone was like, what if you had Digital Circus, but they were all trapped in an office job instead? And I was like, just watch Severance. Severance is basically that. They're not digitized, but it's similar. It's at least having two selves. I guess it's right in the title. It's not too big of a spoiler. Severance is about people who go through a procedure where their brain is basically cut in half into two different personalities. And they become one personality during their workday, and their other personality at home. So basically, the idea is you go to work, your entire workday gets finished, all the work gets done, you don't remember a single moment of it. Next thing you know, boop, workday's over, you go home. Sounds great, right? What is it like for the you who was always at work, though? To them, it's a never-ending workday in an underground, sunless, liminal office space. And that's their entire life. So basically, in order to not experience work, you are condemning a part of yourself to hell. I gotta show you what the Severance office looks like, though, because it's cool. But my brother had told me about the plot, like, years before, and I said, oh, that sounds interesting, but I never quite got into it. But then I saw what it looked like. All these really, like, bleak, liminal space-looking, you know, super brutalist rooms. This is the world these characters, this is the only world these characters know. They're severed sides. They're just here, perpetually. That's all they experience. It's so good. And the first season especially is very detached and dreamlike and weird. The second season is a little more of a conventional drama, but not too much. Which is why I'm worried it's gonna turn into a more conventional drama in season 3. I'm slightly concerned about that. But like, let's look at how how it's framed. All these big, wide open, clinical, wasted spaces. I think, because it's Ben Stiller's production company in New York that makes it. And he called in a set designer he'd worked with before, who was really looking at, like, a lot of, like, Soviet-era 60s brutalist office layouts to make this look. It's so good. Yeah, the only problem is it's on Apple TV, but yeah, the premise is fantastic. Basically, it's about all these people whose entire life is being a worker drone. So someone else can just live their life work-free, who is their other self, you know? And then the innies, as they call them, are made purposefully kind of ignorant about the outside world. So, is the stream dipping for you? I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna wrap up a little soon anyway. It's getting to be like 4:30. The dog is gonna want to go outside. I do have some yard work to do today. I would say Irving is a lot like Kinger. I don't know who you compare anybody else to. Like, Dylan G, maybe like Jax, because he's mischievous, but he's actually not a douchebag. Main character Mark is very passive. Actually, he would start out most like Ragatha, I think. Just being very passive and kind of, like, complicit with the situation and trying to be overly friendly to newcomers. So Mark would be that. And then Helly wouldn't really have a equivalent in Digital Circus. Because the picture I was just showing you, this is Helly. So Heliar is the newest member of the team. She immediately rebels. Her non-work self won't let her quit, though. You don't find out why till the end of the episode. But here she is threatening to cut off her own fingers with a paper cutter if they don't let her record a message to her outside self. So Helly is a firecracker. She is immediately obstinate and rebellious the second she gets there. It's great. First thing she does is, like, throw something at Mark. Now, first she starts trying to get out of the room and banging on the doors. And then, do we have the gif of her throwing the thing at him? It's like, this is her reaction to her first day at work. Throws a clock at him and tries to run. I fucking love you, Helly. The way the company sells it is it's to protect company secrets, and it gives you the benefit of not having to experience your workday. But as you watch the show, it starts off kind of funny. It does have a really weird, dark sense of humor too. But it starts out kind of funny where, like, the way the innies talk about the rules of the company and the company handbook, it's almost like a religion. And at first that seems kind of funny, but as the show goes on, you start to realize the company, Lumen, is actually a cult. They're a corporate cult. So much like Disco Elysium, it does have its own, like, weird vibe. You know, it's not quite our world, but it's very resemblant of our world. So, yeah, it's just really good. It's really fucking good. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Especially if you want, again, another better show about people being trapped in a situation. Like, if you were disappointed in Digital Circus, watch Severance and watch the Channel 4 version of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Which you can just watch on dhmis.tv now. Kane is the best boy. I love Kane. I like Kane just even outside of the show. He's just neat. I like him as a character. I love his design. Yes, he didn't. Somebody in my comments took my comment of Kane being my precious boy who has done nothing wrong. They took it 100% seriously. It's like, come on, I'm obviously being completely facetious. Or just watch The Office. The Office is a comedy, though. I mean, I know I said Severance can be funny, but it's definitely a drama. I could cut down the Matt Pat Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared stream, yeah. I'm getting back to cutting older streams. As much as I'd like help, it's like, part of me is like, man, I really just want to cut down streams myself, because, like, I understand my own points, and what I want to keep and what I don't, so. Oh, I forgot Totoro was in fucking Transformers. Totoro's great in the show, he's fantastic. And his innie self is pretty different from his outie self, which is interesting. Mark's outie self is, like, a massive depressive. His life is, like, totally not together, but his innie self is, like, a company man, a go-getter, you know? And just kind of childlike in his devotion to the company. I don't know who Ben the Looney is. And it's funny to watch Severance because, what's the main actor's name again? Adam Scott. Adam Scott's mostly done comedy before, as I understand it. I never watched 30 Rock, but I think that's, or was he on 30 Rock or Parks and Rec? He was on one of those. I never watched it, my mom did. So I know slightly little things. But, like, seeing him, like, in a dramatic acting role is pretty fun. And he's really good. Like, really, really good. It was Parks and Rec, okay. I just know because I saw that my mom binged it on my Netflix account. I kind of asked her about it. No, yeah, I meant 30 Rock, not Third Rock. Third Rock from the Sun is way older. Also a good show. I watched that one a lot. I would probably like Parks and Rec, I just never got around to watching it. I am bad at getting around to watching things, you know? At least Kane never abused women. He only abused Bubble. And we never actually found out what Bubble was, so that's cool too, huh? Yeah, I did see a funny video highlighting that, like, Gangle was maybe Kane's favorite. Which is funny, because it seemed like it was Zooble he was always trying to impress, but probably just because Zooble didn't want anything to do with his adventures. He always fixed her mask. He was happy to give Jax a punishment for her in the fast food episode. Pomni and Kane's dynamic was underutilized, and, like, everyone's like, oh, Pomni's arc was growing into a leader of the group, but it's like, why? Why would everyone just turn to her as a leader? She's the newest person there? It's just because she's the main character. There's no other reason for it other than she is the main character. It's like fucking Rook in Dragon Age fail cards. Like, why am I leading these people? Why is everyone looking to me as the leader? Oh, it's because I'm the main character. Or Walking Dead Season 2. Why is everyone asking this 12-year-old girl to make decisions? Oh, it's because I'm the main character. Exactly, I just said, yeah, Space Frog, same hat. She's the Rook. Young girl messes. I can never get over Matt Pat's conclusion as wakey theory. Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys made me watch that. I mean, I had watched it in the past, but I didn't remember anything about it, and I was like, I think I was fucking crashing out at the conclusions he was coming to. And it's so funny, because it is fun to react to Matt Pat, because, like, unlike other people I react to, I don't dislike him. I actually quite respect Matt Pat, but dear fucking god, his theories drove me crazy sometimes. But yeah, everyone's just like, oh, hello, new person who is actually doing things after we've all given up. We're turning to you for leadership. Now, that would have worked, too, if we had more of a sign that everyone else had just given up on anything but going along with what Kane wants. Then it would make more sense that Pomni, being the breath of fresh air, would become someone they all start turning to for bringing new ideas and a new perspective to the circus. Again, so many ways you could just easily fix it. You know, this is why you need another set of eyes in your writing. This is why collaborative efforts are always better than auteur works. Because when you have other people to bounce off of, you end up writing stronger things. Yeah, she's not motivated to be a leader. She's not the leader type. So why did everyone just start, like, just going along with whatever Pomni said, you know? Nobody ever even questions her and says, hey, you just got here. You don't know what it's like. I mean, I guess just all we got was Jack saying, you don't know what people are like before they abstract. They're not pleasant to be around. And then we just see that he's completely contradicted by his own flashbacks when it comes to that. Because it was actually him who was unpleasant to be around. Which was a little, a tiny little through line that I liked. But it felt like not enough was done with it. You know? So, I just... Voice Emu says one of the most irritating things about Valgard is there's no real reason for Rook to be so special other than being the player character. Yeah, exactly. By the end of the game, I was still like, why are all these people answering to me? I mean, when you're the champion of Kirkwall, or the last Grey Warden, or the Inquisitor, it makes more sense. But with Rook, it's like, okay, why is everyone looking to me for leadership? You know, who am I? What am I doing? I also enjoyed the dynamic between Zooble and Kane, which is why I wish it was kind of explored more. Because like I said in my video, like, Zooble always seemed to, like, be the one who had their thumb on Kane's, like, mood and what he's thinking, and was pretty observant of him, and it's like, why wasn't Zubul, like, why didn't Zubul tell anybody, like, hey, I was talking to Kane the other day, and he started freaking out and the whole circus started glitching? I think maybe we should be concerned about this. Like, these people never talk to each other? That's the other thing. It's like it's like none of the characters talk to each other unless Pomni's on screen. Like, fuck's sakes, even in Steven Universe with the Steven-only perspective, we had the implication that the characters talk to each other without Steven present. You know? But when it comes to Digital Circus, it's like, the characters can only have conversations about anything when Pomni's there. I saw another video that pointed out, like, was it episode 4 or an episode down the line where they're talking about the Mildenhall Manor adventure, and Pomni is just now telling Zubul what the path made for them was like. And Zubul's like, why did you think I would like that? And it's like, you guys really didn't have this conversation before? Zubul didn't say, hey, how'd it go? And you got back and you talked about it? Like, it's like, it really is a problem. And again, it's an amateur writer issue. It's really what it can be chalked up to. Just like, oh, these characters can now have this conversation because the audience and Pomni is present. It's like, well, no, you could have implied that they talked about it off screen. But then you put things off screen that shouldn't be off screen. Like the reconciliation of Pomni and Ragatha. And it's like, it's just so backwards. And Pomni is basically the main guy for Idiocracy? Well, that could have also worked. Like, they've all just started, like, becoming, like, just one-dimensional archetypes because they've been there for so long, and Pomni's, like, a normal fucking person. That could have worked better, too. Seraphel says, I wish Hoseki no Kuni would get an actual series. I need to finish the manga. You do need to finish the manga. That's where the whole story is. The last volume should be out soon. I know I pre-ordered it. Fucking love Hoseki no Kuni. The anime's good, but you won't get the whole story unless you read the manga, unfortunately. Yeah, like, Ragatha should have been closer to Kinger. Like, why did it take Pomni, like, just suddenly deciding to put a bucket on his head for anyone to even think of doing that with him? Like, why couldn't you, like, Goose, why couldn't you just give Ragatha that one? The whole, oh, let's put him in the dark and talk to him there. Why did no one ever try to talk to Kinger in his pillow fort? Like, like, the whole pillow fort gag just ended up getting handed over to Jax in the end anyway. So, what was even the point? It's like Jax just sucked up everything from the other characters, too! But yeah, a lot of people are mad at how shafted Ragatha got in the entire show. Like, she's not allowed to do anything. And like, the one time Pomni tells her, stand up for yourself, it's okay to be a jerk sometimes, and she does it, Pomni immediately goes, whoa, 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 Ragatha, don't be mean to Jax, and it's like, fuck you! No! She deserves to, like, go off on him for, like, 5 hours straight while he's, like, tied to a chair and has a gag over his mouth. Steven has more of a personality and more characterization than Pomni does. And Steven actually, like, gets upset sometimes and actually fights back against his friends sometimes. We should have just let her stab Jax with a knife. Yeah, should have just straight up murdered him. Best ending. There were some people who were coping that the show was gonna have multiple endings. Which could have been interesting if the show was well planned. You know, you could maybe pull something like that off, but nah, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Pomni, you're my lawyer? Zubul, it says, you, robbed a hospital? Why did you do that, man? Pomni, but I'm not guilty, Zubul. That's what the other lawyer said. Yeah, justice for Ragatha, damn it. I would say Gangle got pretty shafted too, but she at least got a focus episode for some reason. Why did Gangle get a focus episode and no one else did? I still don't understand that decision. That's why I fucking hate the Spudsies episode. Like, okay, we're having a single character focus episode on one of, like, the more minor characters, and then none of the main characters really get a focus episode, except for Jax at the very end, and the show just becomes entirely about him. Like, it's just a mess. Everyone deserved more, except Jax, yes. I do like the joke, everyone's like, look how much happier everyone is now that Jax is dead. Yeah, Zooble didn't really get an episode or much focus. They got like a single B plot talking about how they don't like their body, and then it's just, that's it. Not gonna develop that anymore. We need to talk about Jax now. And how his problems are so much worse than everyone else's. Feel bad for this guy who might have killed his mom. His problems are worse than yours. Fucking hate it. Like, but like I said in my video, I still think episodes 1 through 8 could have been salvaged. And you could have wrapped it up better than this. You know, like, the final episode could have redeemed the entire show. It did the opposite, though. As Jack said, I want to kill that guy. I'm not rage baiting you on purpose, Dio. We just don't agree. I'm sorry. Dio's gonna make another cancel video on me, guys. Maybe orange would look better as a highlight. Let me try that out. The environment around him is gonna be like blue, but I don't know. We'll just woo. Those 3 and 5 are your favorite. I think episode 8 might be my favorite, to be honest. I think episode 8 might be the strongest one to me, but again, everything is set up was just wasted, unfortunately. Episode 8 sets up so much potential that it's just, all of it's dropped. All of it is dropped. I don't understand. Yeah, but Dio, like I was saying earlier, when somebody who's being held accountable just goes, I'm the worst, I'm just so bad, aren't I? I should just die. That's still them making it about themselves and trying to make you feel bad for them. You know? It's not good. And if that was the point, that could have been fine, but it wasn't. And again, if we wanted Jax to be a cautionary tale, what should have happened was he rejects Pomni one last time in that dark place with the lamppost and is consumed by darkness. But having him turn around and actually hug her and be all crying like, I don't want to go, is just, that's just begging you to feel sorry for him. Also, was that a Doctor Who reference? Shell says, I thought the Gangle episode was a good pause episode personally. I know a lot of people like it, but, like, to me, it's just, I've seen it done before so many times, and better. I've seen the over-enthusiastic, cheerful middle manager hanging on by a thread before. I've had managers like that, you know? It's like it doesn't impress me, I'm sorry. I mean, it wasn't exactly a filler episode. I mean, it was a character-focused episode, and if all the characters had a character-focused episode, it would be fine. But since they didn't, it's just kind of out of place and just kind of a waste of time. You know, because again, Gangle's ultimate fucking, ultimate fucking character development was learning to cry for her abuser. when you really look at it. And it's like, so why do we have a whole fucking focus episode on her then? If that was going to be the ultimate conclusion of her character, just she learned to cry for Jax because Jax is the most important ever. And it's like, that is just not satisfying. I mean, I kind of like the Haunted Mansion episode, but in the end, like, they introduced the whole holding your breath thing just to have that moment where Kinger glows. Like, that's the only reason we even bring that up, you know, and it's just kind of contrived. I like episode 2 a lot, though. Episode 2 seems like it's pretty solid because we have them going on an adventure, we have them having to do teamwork and seeing how they play off each other. We get the lore scene with Gummy Goo. That's something to chew on that ends up ultimately going nowhere, but if it did, like, episode 2 is a good template for how the show could have been. But that's also just kind of dropped immediately, isn't it? So, I don't know. I don't know. It's just disappointing, really. That's all I can say about it. I mean, I guess you could say 3 is a Kinger episode, but then you have a B plot with Zooble, so it's like, not really. The worst thing to me is still, like, once Kane has them going on adventures by force, we don't see it. Just several days later, time skip. Like, that's as lazy as the sudden narration in episode 9. I guess you could say Gummy Goo was set up for the characters being brain scans, but to me, it's like, why even put the idea out there that AI can be equivalent to a person if you're not gonna do anything with it? Because the humans aren't necessarily AI, they are brain scans. I would hold that as a distinction, personally. I guess yeah, she needed something to do in the final episode, but why did everyone's, like, finale have to revolve around Jax is my problem, you know? It's not a no, it's not a red herring when you don't have anything better to answer the red herring with. It's just a dropped setup then. Yeah, Bubble just has no resolution. We never find out what he actually was, if he was just an extension of Kane. He's just a normal little soap bubble when Kane is in the void. I guess Goose maybe thought that would be deep enough that no one would ask questions, but I do. Just because Goose was inspired by David Lynch doesn't mean she can write like him. Dio. I also have my own problems with Lynch, so I just, you know. You know me, I don't like weird for the sake of being weird a lot. Yeah, like, we didn't even bring Gummy Goo back at the end when we see them hanging out with the Gloinks and stuff. Like, why couldn't, like, the whole softball field be full of the NPCs we've seen before, like Orbs Man and Disappearing Guy and Gummy Goo and the other Gator boys? Oh my god, it's him, Dio! No, Dio's just gonna make another cancel video on me, guys. Yeah, I can see the headcanon that Bubble was his intrusive thoughts, but, like, I don't know, maybe he was a remnant of the blue AI. I hate how Kane was just able to pull the blue AI out of his head. That was such bullshit. Like, you just don't want to even resolve this at all, huh? Like, don't bring up these questions if you're not interested in resolving them. Would be my advice to any writers out there. If you don't want to resolve this, just don't even bring it up. Don't even bring the audience's attention to it. Why do that? Because then you're asking the audience to pay attention to this thing, and then you're just not even gonna follow up on it. So why even ask them to pay attention to it? Just don't even bring it up! I mean, Bubble was a fun little comic relief character, but to, like, just not even, like, give a resolution there is just kind of shit. I mean, you didn't necessarily need one, but, like, again, if you're gonna bring attention to these things, and you had Bubble, like, openly antagonizing Kane and everything, if you're gonna bring attention to these things, then you better pay them off. Yeah, Kane seemed like he was supposed to be a combination of the blue and red AI, like they can't be separated now, because even Kinger was like, I don't know what we called Kane before. So obviously his Ringmaster persona and his name came after he absorbed the other AI, but he pulls that AI out of his head and he's just exactly the same, except he has no personality now. And the blue AI doesn't have a persona, even though he does, and it's like, it's just so unsatisfying. And, like, I wasn't even a big fan of the show. That's just my opinion when it comes to just basic writing, you know? Like, I'm not saying this because, ooh, I secretly hate Gooseworks and want this show to fail. Ooh, this is just my my actual, you know, assessment of the writing and why I feel it falls flat, you know? And one of my favorite lines in the show is just like, "Oh, Kane, you are so funny. Could you say that with a little more gusto?" Whatever reason that makes me laugh. Well, the show is funny. It is very funny, you know? But, like... And I don't even mind some more lol random elements if you're actually, like, gonna do something with the plot, but you never did. So it's just kind of like, you know. You're trying to quit what? Digital Circus? Making cancel videos on me? I know that's very addictive to you. Yeah, like, I don't hate that I watched all the episodes as they came out. I'm just like, okay, but the show just kinda never really went anywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a funny line, too, where Kane offers Bubble the bubble pipe, and he goes, "Nah, I'm trying to quit." Just a really realistic answer. I don't know, it's pretty funny. Little gags like that are good, you know? But... And this show kind of lost that in the finale, too. Like, there was barely anything funny. Other than, like, the fucking Looney Tunes shit in the Zooble hallucination. And, like, still, all of the doors that show us how Jax thinks of the other characters, like, they weren't really needed. Like, it just... You could have just skipped right to the 4 Jaxes in the final room, and you wouldn't lose a single thing. You know? And then you could have spent the runtime doing... better things. You know, that's really just my problem. The wasted potential, the wasted time. I don't know if I quote it a lot. I just say my other favorite joke is like, that's just it, here's guns and have fun. I didn't say have fun. It just seems kinda aimless. Use the sights. It's like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good joke. So yeah, there are some actually really banger jokes in the show. That's a positive thing I can say about it. And the character designs are really good, and the animation is really good. But I have said that I feel like a lot of the characterization was carried by the animators. Like, all the little visual gags they did for the characters really characterized them more than the writing did. You know? So, I almost feel like the animators were kind of what were endearing people to these characters more than the actual content of the plot, you know? And I love, they have so many funny, just funny little animation gags and little bits of personality in the way the characters move, you know, that fit each character. So, and a lot of that couldn't have been scripted. It had to be decisions the animators made. You can see how some of the animation is even, like, more extra than the storyboards called for. So, a lot of praise should go on the animators for really bringing these characters to life when the writing kind of failed to do so. You know? Yeah, I think one or two more writers and a story editor keeping track of, like, everything going on would have infinitely improved the show. Did I do my shading on a different layer? Why did I do that? Or I just accidentally duplicate. Oh, that's right, I duplicated the layer when I was doing my orange shading. There we go, let's merge them. Like, all they were at the circus for years, but you couldn't tell you what Ragatha thinks of Gangle, what Zooble thinks of Kinger. Did Kinger and Zooble ever talk? Did they ever talk? You know, Ragatha says Zooble and Gangle don't talk to her, but did they previously? Did they? Why is everybody doing eyes in the chat? What happened? The recycle bin it's gonna be the Windows 95 logo of the recycle bin, so I'll probably do the green arrows on it and the pixely shading on it later. So I'm probably gonna wrap up in a few minutes. So I don't know why you guys are all agog in the chat. What happened? What did I say? Yeah, like all these people were saying like, Now there's chickens. What's happening? But, yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, they should have had more than 9 episodes. That would have solved it. It's like, no, you can tell a complete story in 9 episodes. The show just wasted a lot of time, you know? Yeah, you think Ragatha would have tried to because Ragatha seems like she kind of takes on the role of, like, greeting the new people and getting them settled in, exactly like she did with Pomni. So you would think that she would have done that with Gangle and Zubul, too. You know? And maybe she already fell out with the two of them because she's too overbearing? Though Gangle probably wouldn't speak up for herself with Ragatha being overbearing, so... Now, since you had the opportunity to make Ragatha and Jax foils to each other, Ragatha could have also, like, just, like, badgered Gangle, but in the opposite way, like, Gangle is too shy and has too small a backbone to tell her she doesn't really want to talk right now, and so Ragatha's just, like, constantly trying to, like, talk to her and get her to cheer up and shit. Like, you could have done that. But that would require making Ragatha an actual deuteragonist. Oh, and Zeno says they like the line, "You should throw a fucking beach party." Yeah, I don't know. Just wasted potential. That's all there is. Yeah, you can absolutely tell a story. Badger isn't like bug somebody. It's slang, Dio. Don't worry about it. But yeah, badger, mushroom. A badger, mushroom. Oh, there's a chicken. Except not, because they don't exist, right? Yes, indeed. The only place cameo was fun. Yeah, but, I mean, ultimately it was just kind of a one-off gag, and, like, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, you know? It's just really what it comes down to. But I wasn't very invested in the show to begin with, so, you know, I just... Now, maybe I'm gonna defy you from now on, chat. Maybe chickens are real, huh? Maybe I'll become a conspiracy theorist just like Armored Skeptic, and chickens are real. What would you say to that, huh? I just... I don't like weird for the sake of being weird, Dio, and I feel like a lot of Lynch's stuff is weird for the sake of being weird. Not Twin Peaks, necessarily. Shit like Eraserhead, you know? See, Ragatha and Jax had similar parental trauma. They were good contrasts and had bad traits, but one phased into the background while the other became half the ending. Became the whole fucking ending, basically. But yeah, like, they have a similar setup, they have a similar starting point, only Ragatha became a fawning people-pleaser, and Jax became a complete douchebag. And yeah, you could really do a lot contrasting them against each other, and who Pomni is going to follow as far as, you know, how to adjust to life in the circus. Which really seemed to be what the pilot was setting up. And then, nope. No, I haven't watched Fire Walk With Me. I want to rewatch Twin Peaks first, though. It's been a while.
It's Super Easy Walker sent a super chat. Justice for Gummy Goo. Lollipop
I know, they
emoji,
make so many...
emoji.
They make so many fucking toys of that motherfucker. And, like, he was barely in the show. It barely amounted to anything. What the heck is that? That boy, apparently. That must be a super sticker. I keep adding stuff that I'm unaware of. I think Space Frog just rolled up in here, guys. What a way to end the stream. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Cat Peasant. Man. One day I'm gonna set up something on YouTube that's gonna let YouTubians also throw shit on the screen. Oh, you remember again? Nice. Alright, I think I am gonna wrap it up there. It's around 5 o'clock. I have yard work to do. I will endeavor to finish this up tonight and post it either tonight or tomorrow. So if you get hit by the gifted sub fairy just now, as you can see by the fairy dust over the chat, you can You can go to Discord, connect your Discord and your YouTube accounts, and it'll dump you right in there, usually. So that's usually how it works, and in the Discord we shitpost and we talk about cartoons, mostly. So, and sometimes we resort to fisticuffs, but not too much. So, my Discord's pretty loose. I don't have a lot of, like, stupid rules in there. Mostly just don't talk about politics too much, please. That doesn't end well for anybody. That's really the only big one. So, yes, for that, Twitch subs might add you. I know there's a bot for it. I know some people have the role for it, but I'm not entirely sure how it works, but Twitch is, like, less of a priority for me these days. I mostly just still use it because people can throw shit at the screen, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, and yes, happy Pride Month, yes, still going on. So, thank you everyone for your super chats, thank you for joining me for this yapping. There will be a poll up tomorrow for what I'm going to cover Friday, so you guys get to decide. And tomorrow I'm going to be playing more Disco Elysium, so if you like the shit I showed you from that today, definitely come join us. It's very funny, and we're having a great time. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.